Welcome, everybody. This is the solution artist, Bobby F. Parihar, coming to you guys on a very, very special. Welcome back. Go live here on my Facebook. This is where we do it. So in case you're watching the recording or you're getting the podcast or the episode here, what I always suggest is to follow me or add me or like me, whatever it is you got to do to stay current so that you can be here when we do free readings live, okay? So I've already got Jen. We're going to do Jen's live here today. So drop your birthday below. I will only ask you one favor, especially for today, because usually I don't do this anymore. But if you've had your numbers read, kindly don't give me your birthday, okay? But Jen, you're going to get your birthday read. So we've got here April 25, 1979. Just going to collect your guys' birthdays as you guys come in. You're looking incredible. Man in love. Michelle, thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, Jarna. Yeah, I feel, I hate to say this. I do. I really hate to say this because you are complete without the need of anything else or anyone else. You are a complete individual. There's not one piece of you missing. There's not one part of you incomplete in any way, shape, or form. We think we're not good enough. We think we're not this and that or not for whatever. We're too much of this. Just relax for a minute, okay? I know that I mean well when I say this, but you're completely complete. You're complete. You're a full person, okay? But man, being married makes me feel like my life is complete. I can't help it. I don't know. I've been dreaming about this ever since I was a little kid. Hey, Carol, what's up? Carol, did I put that X in your name? Because it looks like a letter that I would use. If I have, let me know. And if I've read your numbers, I'm going to pass on you. But I will write your birthday down just in case. So what I'm going to do is I'm collecting birthdays right now so that you guys can get some free reading love. I love to give insight to people while I get a chance to do go lives. You guys stepping into the hot seat are going to enlighten other people who have the same numbers in their chart. Sometimes you won't know what numbers they are because they're in your name. Sometimes you're lucky enough to see them in your birthday. Welcome back, Brandy Lynn. What's up? Melina, welcome back. Congratulations. Okay, Melina, I'm not going to read your numbers. I already read yours. Brandy Lynn, I've already read yours too, I'm pretty sure. If I haven't, let me know. Being married is the best. I'm so glad they find people like that. I guess you find what you're looking for. And when I was making life hard on myself, I usually found people who would agree with that. And, I was like, oh, yeah, watch out, or you got to this and that. And then I decided to take the move over into abundance mindset thinking. And, it's not always 100%. Sometimes, some days are better than others. But I started noticing that I was stepping away from the common advice or the common, like cliches. Oh, my old ball and chain, or like after 20 years, it's no longer past the honey, it's past the tea bag. And so, there's all these like little weird social colloquialisms that people like identify with. And I get it, but not for me. I'm super excited. I feel like I've renewed to a new level, been inspired to a new level. And it was crazy because I'm so cool, right? I act like I'm super cool. Like I'm just like nothing phases me, nothing gets me. I'm totally cool as a pickle. Like you got it, Bobby's there for you, no problem. And on my wedding day, I was pretty nervous. So a lot of our friends and family were there. It was a lot of fun. Everybody just looked so amazing, and they were all there for us. It was so super cool. Hey, Naomi, I've read your numbers, okay? If I've read your numbers, I'm not going to read them again. So if I've made the mistake and you're like, no, you didn't read my numbers, just let me know, and I'll rewrite your birthday out. But I'm going to fill up a page with some lives so we can do some readings. You guys got to stay with me. This could take us up to an hour and a half, okay? So I apologize if you guys are on a schedule. What are you doing? It's Saturday or Sunday, wherever you are right now. Sit down, put the Netflix off, just relax with us here. Go take this outside if you got sunshine wherever you are, and enjoy a very powerful message of someone who's brand new, fresh off the wedding chopping block. I don't know what you want to call it, but cool. Yes, being married is the West. Congratulations. Thank you so much. My whole life has transformed since having my reading with you. Michelle, thank you. Book in, peeps. It's totally transformational. I would like to say yes. A friend of mine was just talking to me, and she was like, I had the choice of going zip lining or, like spend the money just to hang out with you. And I'm like, man, this is like a spiritual zip line. Having your numbers read and going through that conversation is like a spiritual zip line. So just no questions asked. If you guys have the ability to do that, I would absolutely recommend you come and see my site, Bobby at Parihar.xyz. Holly Kate, I'm not going to do your numbers. I've done them already. Marissa, I think yours as well. I'm pretty sure I've done your numbers though. So I'm gonna pass on people that I've already written or read their numbers for them, just in case you guys haven't. If I haven't, then just let me know. No, you didn't read it, and I will absolutely do it for you. So that means Carla, no. Last year you did. Yep. Okay, so there we go. Steve, what's up? Honey, teabag, that's funny. That was a good joke. I kind of butchered it last time I told it. But Haley, what's going on? Thank you. Congratulations. Sunday in Australia. Thank you so much for being here, guys. You guys both looked amazing. Thank you, Lee. I appreciate you so much for that. It's so super cool to see you. Hey, Joe, what's going on? That's a name I don't recognize. Let's get yours in there. Carol, I've got your birthday. So we're going to go, and we're going to go in order and in list. But I wanted to share with you guys a couple of cool things before we get too far off. It's like 6 minutes in, so I've already lost a few people. It's just the way that I do things. I mean, I talk a lot, so people get, they get their attention span in 2019 is like, rivaling a goldfish. So I get it. I mean, I don't blame you. It's, change the channel and let's keep going. But if you are going to stick out with me, you guys are going to hang out with me here. I promise there's going to be something inside of this message that speaks to the greatest power of you. Okay, so there's a few really cool things going on, and I have a tough time staying focused. So if I forget where I'm at, I appreciate you guys for finding me entertaining. Let's see how far we can take this. But once I get my page full, I'm going to start to switch gears. So free readings, we're going to do it. I'm just going to make sure that I have that. Hey, Queenie, what's up? I'm going to get yours as well. Queenie, let me know. Is that September or August? It looks like you've got an island name, so I'm going to assume that is the 9th of August, okay? So I'm going to do Queenie's numbers, okay? And we're going to do yours as well. Let's do that. We're going to go, I'm assuming this is August 9, 1978. And I appreciate all my clients and anyone who's already gotten a reading that you are not going to be super upset if I don't read your numbers on this Go Live. I wanted to reserve it for people who have not had their experience yet. But if you have had your experience, I'm just going to go quickly into my description, because I put these in there. Under number 4 of what we need to talk about is the numerology alumni group is now open. So if you already had your session, your chart, your meeting, our one-on-one, whether it be in a group or one-on-one, as long as it wasn't in a free Go Live, okay, you're invited to the group. And that's where we get a chance to continue the conversation on a more, intimate level. People already know the lingo. They've gone through their own awakening or their own spiritual zip line. So they get a chance to actually, have a second level conversation. I give all kinds of cool little neat giveaways, and it's a place to collect. It's a place for me personally to keep an eye on you guys and to give you guys exclusive content. And just so you guys know, a little bit of, tippity tip in the future, this is going to be like a paid space. So if you get, I'm not going to say anything right now because I'm flirting with the idea of while it's free, get in. And then after that, it's going to be a one-time membership for brand new people who come in. So, while we're building the audience, while we're building our culture, while we're building the numerology alumni, get in while you can. You guys are on the ground level of absolute spiritual transformation. I've been doing this for 5 years. That's like nothing. That's like, for me, it's probably the longest I've been doing anything. But I learned it in 2013. This has been my business and my livelihood, helping people get to a better place in their life by giving you guys a spiritual insight into who you are. It's unreal. So if you guys have not yet had that experience, I'm like, whoa, wait a second. There's an instruction manual. There is like an actual owner's manual instruction booklet that is built exactly for you. And, people out there be, I'm skeptical. I don't believe this. A letter can't change anything. I'll tell you something. It's nuts. These people on this list, if you haven't had your birthday read, just put your birthday down and you'll see what I mean in a few minutes. I'm going to read your numbers. How much do I get bet? People are going to be like, oh my God, wow, oh my God. It's like, me. And I don't, but your numbers do. Your numbers know you. And to be fair, it makes me feel like we have no idea what's going on. We have no idea. Like the map towards consciousness and towards personality and character and fate and destiny and all of these different probabilities and this chaos that we live in, it's like this is really starting to look like a computer program. This is really starting to look like an algorithm of energetic vibration. Like this is just a frequency, like a megahertz of some sort, some kind. And to think that we're right in the middle of the matrix and we don't even know it, I promise you guys, this stuff's going to change your life. It's your birthday. It's crazy. Okay, Marissa, I haven't had mine read. Good. Marissa, what's up? Let's do this. I'm going to write Marissa's down here, and I appreciate you for that. So let's go. September 27. Birthday's coming up. It's going to be a good year. Okay, let's do this here. August, good. Yeah, I got you. Okay, great. Thank you. We love you, Bobby. Thank you, Haley. Holly, sorry. Brandon Lynn, thank you, sir. Sit back and enjoy your reading. Oh, man, it was, I promise you, it changes the whole. Anyway, you'll see it in a second. Okay, Jordy's going to be here. M, super new here. Okay, M, hang out with us. I'm going to blow your mind. Blow your mind. And this is a wonderful feeling to be able to do this because it makes me feel like I get a chance to introduce people to themselves. So in case you're like, well, where you been for the last 2 weeks, bro? I've been getting married. I'm a married man now. Sorry, ladies. But I found my soulmate, and I'm super, super happy that everything went out and turned out the way it did. There was a couple of cool little close calls. But all in all, we were getting compliments, and oh my God, that was the best ever, and oh my God, this is so amazing, and all this stuff happened. Lisi, what's going on, Lisi? I got you here February 2nd, 83. Nice numbers. Okay, February, what was that? 2nd to 1983. Kate, you're on the list. Stephanie, my 10-year-old son, Nate. All right, Stephanie, I think I did Nate's numbers here, but I'd love to do it again because that's 11/11, 2008. Okay. And I might want to tag him in case he's got the Facebook. So this is my first time I've gotten to watch you live. Absolutely. Alicia, I'm super excited. Hey, Nicole, what's going on? Welcome back. I think I need to add Nicole to my private group. Actually, yeah, maybe I'll just do that for you guys right now. That'd be kind of cool. Oh, man, I really need to upgrade all my setup here. This is just super embarrassing. I have like 2 computers set up and like screens everywhere and there's only a simpler solution to living my life. I'd totally be on it. But Erica, you're about to get added to the numerology alumni group. Where was it? Let's see. Can I do it? Will it let me? Okay, here we go. Make sure I spell it here. Nicole. Sweet. Okay, Nicole, you are now sent a request to be added to the numerology alumni private group. Okay, I want you guys to be in there. And yeah, so if I've just passed on your name, you're like, what, you got a group? It's in the description under topic number 4, numerology alumni for clients only. So join now while you can. So yeah, cool. Great. So we got married. It was awesome. Had a great time. We're going to come back later. I'm going to introduce to you my wife, my actual wife. I used to call her that for like the last 6 months, but now it's official. You know what I'm saying? So she's going to come out with us. We're going to read. I put a post out. It's in my wall somewhere. Your best marriage advice and go. Okay, so I wrote this post and I'm going to read those comments out and we're going to learn how to be married. So Sally's already been married a few times. I have never been married, so I'd like to think that we both need marriage advice. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so we're going to have fun with that. You guys catch us later. We're definitely going to have a great time with that. It's going to be some good evening entertainment, okay, for you guys. It's going to be great. And yeah, so that's going to happen in a little bit. And I also want to let you guys know, and I really should have done this like 2 minutes in, but August 31st or September 1st, if you are down south, okay, or you're, I guess, up north, upside down, I'm not sure where, but if you're in New Zealand or you're in Australia, then on the 1st of September, around 1 p.m. AEST, so Brisbane time, right, Queensland, I'm going to be doing another open team group numerology, okay? So this is going to be pretty cool because if you've been to my site, okay, just in case you have been there or not, putting it down here so you guys have it, www.bobbyfparihar.xyz. You can go ahead and book a one-on-one personal private time. Now, when I get a chance to do group sessions, there's 2 really big advantages to getting in with a group. It's a 3-hour webinar You can record it. You'll be given access replay. We'll give you an audio of it. But what we do is we sit around this digital campfire. So imagine, you're on your internet connection and we're all streaming on the same energy frequency. We're all connecting into my private room. And everybody who's in there gets their own personal reading, similar to this, but we go deeper into your names, the names you use for Facebook, the names you use for your business, and we line them up. Okay, I'll pay very close attention to this. Numerology is a two-part course. One part is learning about who you are, and then the second part is about being like, I don't want to do that anymore. I'm like trying to be successful in my biz. I want to live this like wealth, and I'd like to not be blocking the shit out of myself when I go throughout my life, or in wealth is financial, emotional, romantic, spiritual. So the second really big part of this is to get aligned so you can write your numerology properly. You can write your life story the way you decide, as opposed to the way it's been decided for you. So I know that's a really big, tough problem, because certain religious faiths and parents, especially parents, are like, what are you doing with this weird letter? And what are you doing with his new name? And to think that we're about to completely identify all of the things that are going on, the things that you should be saying to yourself, you don't even say to yourself, we get a chance to do that together. So that's one of the biggest advantage, or I guess the first big advantage to this process going into the group is that you get a chance to see everybody's numbers all at once. It's not just me and you. Now you get a chance to learn from a group of people instead of just you. It's so super cool. It's just nuts. I'm just going to quickly double put this in here. Can I do this? Ooh. I'm going to do this here. So what I would do, if you want to be in there, I'm just updating the description here. And I'm putting in the link for payment, okay? So if you guys send me this payment, I will know that you are wanting to be a part of this, this event, and I will put you into the private group. And here's the payment link is there for you. Now there is an exclusive. If you are already a client of mine, join the Numerology Alumni private chat group. You can message me to get in there, and I will, or you just search Numerology Alumni. It's got my logo on it, Super Boss. And I will give you a special client-only offer discount. I like to do this for my clients, because to think you are worth more than half an hour, 1 hour, 90 minutes. Talking about you is not just a quick little wham, slam, okay, go make money. You're going to be doing this for the rest of your life. You want to create wealth and a design and a desire and a whole list of abundant, you're writing out your goals, right? You guys are writing out your goals. So what, you thinking talking to you half an hour is going to help it? The biggest guys, the biggest ones in the teams, the biggest one in the organization, they see me over and over again, because after they get past themselves, then they get to the next level and the next level and the next level, and they need further alignments. The dates need to line, the groups need to line up, the names I'm using need to line up everywhere. So it's really important to know that this isn't a one-time conversation. And if I can't get you success and results after talking to you for the first time, get you to the next level, I want to start discounting my rates so that we can continue to work together, because I feel like this should make you successful. But I cannot decide, I cannot act, I can't do your work for you. You got to drive your business, guys. Like this is like one-on-one. You can't hire a coach, take all the advice, and then just sit there and be like, wow. You got to like run with it. You have to absolutely take action. Action's like you have to actually go out there and get something done, as opposed, and it could be just as simple as meditating on it, or thinking about your dreams, or visualizing it, or going into a deepness inside of you. Could even just be that you're writing a list of the things you need to do to get organized. Maybe you are already organized. You got to get a list of your daily method of operation. Maybe you're even further than that, and now you just actually have to take action and go and produce things that are income related. So to know that there's an inner game that takes up like 90% of all of this, it will just make all of the outward work so much easier. But the really big benefit about what I'm bringing it back down to the group stuff is that you get a chance to learn from everyone else as well. So you may have some numbers that you're not too proud of: addiction, self-worth, lack of commitment. Maybe you're a commitment-ophobe. you know, maybe you have no drive, you have all this desire, but then you just can't get yourself to do anything, or less lack of belief just like weighs you down like a concrete on your feet, you know, and that's a little bit tough to experience, especially in a group. So when, you know, Mr. ABC over here is dealing with Miss 123's problem, she can go ahead and look at that and be like, I know how you feel. And this brings me to the second really powerful reason why group sessions are so freaking amazing, is because you're linking your energy to this experience and you guys are both being healed by it. The energy grows so much more. It's a wonderful way to get access to alignment. I'm going to give you guys written reports. I'm including an extra written report. These are very valuable pieces of insight and information that give you an opportunity to look inside of yourself and see, am I treating myself like a bag, or am I treating myself like a window? And I'll explain this really cool, like, spiritual concept, and you're going to see by the end of this why I would suggest, just saying, that you identify with being a spiritual window as opposed to a spiritual garbage bag. And you can really start to gain the insight in that, be like, ooh, I don't want to collect people's spiritual energy, but you do. You're like, oh, I want to be just flowing and let energy flow through me and not be hindered. Of course you do. So this is a real, like, definitive, like, nobody wants to be a spiritual garbage bag. No, nobody wants to be. You've got your own spiritual mess to clean up, okay? And how often is it that we go out cleaning up everybody else's garbage when we don't clean up our own? Just looking at my background to make sure my room is clean. We haven't been in our house for a week and a half, so of course it's going to be clean. But I like to think that I did a little bit of prep work, at least a little bit, to make sure I had a nice and clean, sexy space to come and say hi to you guys. What's up? Okay, cool. Let's continue going. I think I missed some birthdays here, so I'm super sorry about that. All right, cool. So Nate's here. This is my first go live. Nicole, you're in the group. Absolutely. Okay, congratulations on your wedding. Saw your photos. Man, did you see my photos? I was in a tux. Sally was in a smoking dress. Oh, man, we had such a great time. It was just so super awesome. Congratulations, Gruber. Thank you, Vanessa. What's up? My birthday is, don't tell anyone, hold on. Vanessa, you just told everybody how old you were. But I'm not going to read anybody who has already had their session done. What I will do is I'm going to add you to the private group so that you can be a part of the conversation. Adding you to the numerology alumni group, okay? And then we're going to keep this thing moving, and I'm going to collect some more birthdays. I've shifted my money karmic issue straight after I had a session with Bobby and changed my name. Nicole, you changed. Like the name change really had an effect on you. I really like to think that you went and you were like this, and then you went, and then you just like upgraded into a completely different vibe. So yeah, it's so super cool. Stephanie's like, LOL, okay, it's a World Wide Web secret now. Okay, cool. So yes, if you would like to be there, it's going to be amazing. Bring your laptop for recording. We're going to go, this is going to be so much fun. We're going to build a family. There will be only a certain amount of people that will have experienced the August energy of 2019 to take that as your group alignment, that group feel that helped you get to the first part of the next level of your life, to help you get to the next frontier, the next level alignment, or if you're already a client of mine, to get you even deeper and even more further into yourself. I promise you guys, one of these, the most powerful, there's such a different vibe inside of a group session because I've got everybody peeling and pouring over to this digital campfire. We build a grid. We literally actually build a connection grid, and the internet knows and the cosmos know that these group of people are all stepping into the light, into higher alignment, into a place of better existence. I promise you that. It's not even a short call. It's literally a better existence. Will you drive that force? You can't just take a name and sit on it. You got to use it. So in case you had a session with me and you're like, oh, I haven't changed my name yet. What are you waiting for? It must have been that I did not do my job, your story, the justice that it deserves. That's one of those things I like to tell. I like to tell people because your story deserves justice. You deserve to be validated. The things that are important to you for a reason. Just because it doesn't line up for wealth or for making money or making babies or marriage doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. It just means that you're good at what you're good at, and you like to be good at something else. I like to thinking outside the box. There are some people who are like, no, I'm just happy where I'm at. I don't need to make extra money. I don't need to be happy in love and life. I'm fine. Don't sell me anything. And they don't want to be a part of the conversation. I'm like, all right, cool story. It's all good. You're not going to try to open a closed door. Enough people open their doors to me anyway. So in case you do want to book in your session, I would absolutely recommend you do it. But today, and the funny thing is, as well, inside of my group sessions, first opportunity I get to give you guys discounts to work with me. Okay, so usually what I do, I believe I'm going to do this again, is that I discount your full session price from the group reading. So when you come in for $111, you suddenly got a $111 coupon to work with me one-on-one, which I absolutely suggest. But one of the really cool things that I got a chance to do for you guys as well, I've just started doing this, it's actually been working really well for me, is that sometimes people are like, well, I got my name, I don't need to see you for another 6 months, but my wife or my husband or my friend or my son or my business partner, my 4A, whoever's in my team, they can pass the discount on to them. So I'm transferring discounts now. And in case you guys don't know, I also do payment plans. So if anybody's like, I can't afford this, don't ever say that again. I will do the work for free first and take a chance and a bet on you, because I am here as a liaison of the universe and its abundant glory, okay, to show you that even if you're broke as hell and you're too broke to pay attention and you keep bouncing reality checks, that the universe still wants to invest in you. So you can get another way to step past yourself and be like, no, I need to do this. He's told me, and then a lot of people come with a tail between the legs like, oh, you said about the payment plans? I'm like, just trust me on this. It's okay. I'm not going to, I'm here to work with you. And to think, if you're having a money block and you can't even invest time in yourself, but you can go buy smokes and pops and McDonald's and Burger Kings and go and spend it on all the weird, stupid stuff that doesn't make any sense, and you can't spend it in yourself, chances are I will be waiting a very long time for you to book that session in. We need to fix that, because you're worth every single dollar that you have. And I know what my time is worth, and I know that it's worth your abundance. So just to let you guys know that I do offer that for people, and I would love to extend that to you. I need this with Bobby. I can feel it changing already, though. So super cool. Let's see this. I got some more birthdays here. Lynn, what's up, Lynn? Didn't I read your numbers already? I feel like I have. If I have, I'm going to politely not read your numbers, because I want to make sure that I get to everybody who has already had their session. It looks like I may not have. So what I will do is I'm going to confirm your request. What's up? And now that we're friends, funny Facebook friends, hey? Like, I went to the mall and I saw one of my Facebook friends and they pretended like they didn't know me. And I'm like, I'm going to unfriend you. You can't be my Facebook friend if you're not going to be friends with me in my real life, okay? So, Lynn, I'm going to give you a free reading here. Oh, I'm coming up to the full side of my page. And if I've already read your numbers, guys, please do me a favor and step aside. Hey, Christine, what's going on? If you're still with us, I will read your numbers as well. 22nd of August. Happy birthday. That is the wedding anniversary of me and my wife. We just got married 2 days ago. Oh, my God. And we've been living on honeymoon. Okay, we're still planted in the honeymoon phase, like 2 years later. And I think that's just where we're going to retire, by the way. But we're going to be just so inspired to create a massive level of amazing wealth. 555, what? A massive amount of wealth for myself and others. So we are delaying our move or our honeymoon plans for something a bit more extravagant. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be so super cool. And I'm just going to get through this here. Hey, Sally, what's going on? Oh, I remember Sally from and this isn't my Sally. This is Sally Wasfi. She's from my school, from high school It's a pleasure to be able to do this for you. You guys are going to have to be here with me. And if you're not, then you're going to lose your place. And good news, bad news. I got you all written down, but that's it. I got no more space on my pad. So, Lynette, I'm sorry. Anyone else who's put their birthday in there, I'm super sorry. We're going to continue this going. Angelica, I'm so sorry. Jody, so sorry. Sorry, guys. Okay, your birthdays are done now. I've done it. Okay, what we're going to do is we're just going to go through a cool little bit of training, or I'm going to teach you guys the difference between bags and windows. And, and then we're going to have a great time here, okay? So no more date of birth. Sorry, guys. If you've already put it in there, you're about to get some serious power spoken to you. And Jays, thanks, saying you've done so well for yourself, Bobby. I'm so happy for you. Thank you so much. Love your lives. I appreciate you, Lisa. Come back to Oz. I will be. Oh, I will be. Oh, I will be. Oh, yes. Since having my session name change with you, I had a huge block around money abundance. I have created 20K this month of August. What? I feel a fire. Thanks, Bobby. If I saw you in real life, I'd run up and hug you. Boom. I'm calling you on that. You better do that. When I see you at the next event, you'll be like, I'm sorry, excuse me. Bobby. And then just run and tackle me. I love it when people do that to me. It's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, cool. So let's get on to business. How many times? And let's just start with the present. Let's not even go into the past here, where I know it's happened. Some of you guys are not yet at this stage of your spiritual development, okay? And I don't blame you. It's okay. If you're not, welcome to your eye-opening experience. But how many of you guys collect energy that isn't even yours? Like, what are you talking about? Like, you'll buy the opinions of others, or people, want to go and eat there, or like, oh yeah, the service was horrible. I'm like, well, this person's always angry at everything. So if he says that the service is horrible, I'm probably not going to take that too lightly. Like, I have a higher tolerance, and I also know how to get good service. Like, you be really nice to people, you be kind to them. So there's a way to meander around social politics, which is a layer through everything. Okay, so, we collect, and I still do this. I like to think that I catch myself more and more being a bag and not a window. But as a spiritual bag, someone's going to come up to you and be like, bleh, and then you're just going to be like, oh, I feel so better after talking to you, and you always make me feel better. Oh, man, you can just put your hand up right now if you know that's you, and you're always either the person who needs someone to shit on every day, or if you're the person who's like picking up everyone else's crap, and you're like, oh, no, here they come again. And they always just these doomsbringers that bring all of their negative energy to you, or maybe you're guilty and you're like, yeah, I do that. And if you are, I feel your pain. It is okay. I'm not judging you, but stop that. Don't be dumping hire people for this. Don't just do it. Like, respect people's time. I don't know, do things for them first before you start petitioning their time for you, okay? Time's like a very finite thing. We're very finicky about that subject. So to waste it is really tough. Yeah, we'll waste it all day long. But you can't waste my time. Only I can waste my time. Anyways, there are people out there, God bless their souls, that are givers, and they just give their energy. And they help people. And I'm a giver. I've been caught on the bad side of these tracks way too many times in my life. Whatever, all good. There are times where you will need to pick someone else's energy up. Parents, friends get in there for a time of need. Jody's saying here, not completely, as in bag versus window, but I do need to clear my energy at the end of the day. And one thing nice about putting a spiritual garbage bag together is that you take the shit out. You take out the trash. You take out the garbage. So at the end of the day, you get a chance to go and meditate, unwind, stop looking at screens, read some books, listen to some nice soothing music, take a bath, whatever, take your dog for a walk, just decompress, right, from all the electricity and the blah. It's tough. Electricity is like a reverse engineer of the spiritual electromagnetism that's happening within our hearts and our heads. It's crazy. Quantum physics, quantum mechanics, physics, all that stuff. It's just nuts. Anyway, so there are going to be some times you need to take some people's energy. I get it. At the end of the day, make yourself a habit, because I like to do this at the beginning of the morning and also at the end of the day if I can remember. But if I do it at the beginning of the day, I know for sure that I'm going to, have a much higher chance of doing it at the end of the day. If I miss it at the morning, probably I'm going to miss it at night. But you got to decompress. You got to take that hour, 2 hours if you can before you go to bed, and start shutting yourself off one by one. Don't do this on your bed. And if you do this on your bed and it falls on your face, you're like, my phone is so heavy. Serves you right. Anyway, you got to let go of this stuff of energy, because it's tough being a spiritual garbage bag, and bless your souls for cleaning up everyone else's crap. If you have numbers like September or 9s or 7s or, what's the other good one? Actually, I think this is about it. 3s, okay? Even 4s, actually 2s. Most of the numbers, half of the numbers do this. You may take on a lot of stuff that has nothing to do with you. Like, actually, every number does this at some level, and some don't do this, okay? So some people are like, oh, you can't treat my friends that way. Some people are like, oh, but I care, and I should be there for them. Or some people are like, oh, man, just give me my superhero outfit. I'm going to go and save the world, and boom. And let's go and heal the planet and all this stuff. I'm like, hey, relax. If you're not taking care of yourself, there's a reason why, if anybody follows Spider-Man, he gets evicted, can't hold a relationship. His family, he's not there for them. It's the price that a hero has to pay, enough for saving the world. And for Spider-Man, I guess it is. But it's nice to see him get the girl once in a while. It's nice to see him succeed once in a while. This is a tough go to give yourself out and to be like, I'll help you. I'll take that from you. You can cry on my shoulder. I'll fight your battles for you. I'll own that energy for you. I'll give you my best advice. I'll lend you money. I'll do this for you. I'll do that for you. And you're like, here. Give me all your crap, and I will exchange it for my love. And, a lot of people do this. A lot of people do this. Stephanie's like, I used to take on others' negative energy. I learned so much these last 18 months. Preach. Absolutely. Oh, anyway. Quantum physics is sexy. I'm not sure if I'd go that far. I like to think of it as very, very spiritually powerful, for sure. AJ saying it's a constant struggle. Oh, my God. Like, there's a reason why garbage trucks come by every week. There is a reason why, because on the human materialistic level, we literally do this all the time. So, it's one of those realities where you're like, oh, crap. Like, we've collected a lot of crap. We've got recycling. We have packaging. We have stuff that we need to throw away. We have containers and boxes, and open this and throw that away, recycle this bin, that bin. We do this with our physical space because we are not a landfill. We're not a dump. Okay, but it sucks because there ain't no quantum physics for a physical energy buildup or pile up. It turns into a negative relationship with your weight. It turns into a negative relationship with a specific organ that you may have that needs to be working, that isn't autoimmune people, or people who are having, pick your battle, whatever it is. But just so you know, there is a spiritual relevance to how much you hang on to and how much you process. So as a spiritual bag, bless your soul, you guys are doing some of the most difficult work out there, and it's the biggest sacrifice you'll ever have to make. Then you have to end up dragging all this crap with you, and it stinks, and it's garbage, and you're like, oh, this isn't mine. And sometimes you forget that it's not yours, and you just go ahead and start putting it everywhere. And then you start wearing it in life, and you don't even notice. You have no idea. And here's the clicker. This happens to you before your consciousness has the chance to get with the program. Yeah. So it's already going down. And you have but by the time you're 6, hey, Joanne, look at the ring. Boom, Power Rangers. We're getting tattoos too, because rings wasn't enough. Gangsta. So we do this when you're 4 and you're 3 and you're just figuring out how to be a human being, you don't have a choice. You're looking for acceptance. We're a community creature. We're a tribal species. So there's no way you're escaping this unless you're the only human who's ever been a human. And I'm like, this must be a very amazing experience for you to watch a computer right now. You've grown up in a society with people who you are seeking their approval, whether it be parents, siblings, friends at school, teachers, people on the bus, or then it's your bosses and your coworkers and your customers and your clients, repeat. Now you're 50 years older, and now you got to do it for the next generation. You are not alone. And sometimes the responsibility of the parent is going to kick in. Be like, I'm just going to help my, or I'm just going to do this for my, or I'm going to do, and we give so much to people, and we're the ones getting caught without it. Anybody got a 6 in their birthday? Just calling you out that you take care of people more than you take care of yourself. And you're, but I'm a mother. I'm like, yeah, well, mama needs a nap. If you don't do your morning gratitudes, your morning ritual, or your evening ritual, and prepare that sacred space of space flight when you sleep, you're probably going to go through a pretty negative waking period, lesser ability to tolerate crap, and we set expectations on others. It's just a regular thing. So, we go around collecting people's energy, and it's like, so real. This is not even a game. This isn't even a joke. It's tiring. I've done this. I built my life on this. I feel like it's affected my weight. It's affected my image. It's affected so much of the type of work that I do. It affects on so many levels that it can be very distracting to make a powerful go at life. So whether you're a mother or a father or a brother or a sister or whatever you are in life, you probably have been guilty of taking on something that somebody you didn't need, that somebody gave to you, whether it be out of frustration or ignorance or just straight up malicious intent, and you've owned on it. And you've owned on it because that's what we do. We slap, our brain is literally painting layers of exposure every single moment until it builds a network of experiences to which we can grow from and be safe from. Because, fight or flight and all that stuff, right? Where the brain's got to stay alive. We got to protect the body. So after your, lack of ambition kicks in, your automatic autonomous impulses will kick in. If you don't believe me, try holding your breath. See how long it takes you before you pass out and you lose consciousness, or you're like, blah, and you come out for a deep breath because your life force exists beyond you. All right. So you just not the pinnacle of your consciousness, just so you guys know that. Sorry, spoiler alert. But man, spiritual garbage bags. Oh, I went to a seminar once. It was a workshop. It was a couple-day workshop, and we learned a couple of different healing modalities from Aikido. Aikido's not a healing modality. It's kind of like transformation of energy to disarm your opponent without hurting them. I got my Reiki level 1 and 2. What's up? We got a chance to learn about different energetic flow modalities through the body and touch healing and all this cool stuff. And this idea, and my hands are buzzing just thinking about this. The idea is that if and this is my analogy, is that your hands and your palms and your feet are like nostrils for your soul's breath. So this is why we handshake, or we like these are the hands that feed you, or the loving hand. This is our interfacing tools for the universe. And some people go and Reiki with it, and some people they're like Super Street Fighter. And so there's this energy that flows through your hands. So imagine that you're like this energetic, swirling cosmic energy beam, whatever, bubble, atom, and you're the nucleus, and there's like these electrons swirling around you. Your hands are spitting them out, or they're sucking them in. So when you're being a spiritual garbage bag, and you're like, right, and you're like just taking it all in, I was taught, and it's actually a really cool visualization technique for me, was to open up your elbows and to release the energy before it circulates back into you. So in case you need to rub it better, or put the Band-Aid on, or cook a meal, or take some negative stuff and throw some stuff away, just remember that you have the ability to decide in your mind that there is a gateway energy point at the end of your wands so that you can let this energy flow out, okay, out of your elbows. I was like, well, that's a pretty cool little trick. I mean, if you get in for that kind of thing. Some people are super energetically sensitive. Other people are like, so if you open up your energy a little bit and you're like, oh, this is kind of neat, then I'd like to think that's one of the really cool ways of sort of processing and dealing with energy. But that's peeking a little ahead because we're getting into the conversation of windows. So it's pretty cool, right? It's pretty neat. Challenge is that this is a weird concept. So a lot of people are just taking energy they don't even know. And they're attracting energy vampires like the same way you get flies to a flame, moths to a flame, or flies that are flying around the light outside at night, is because they're attracted to energy. And if you're giving it out with not expecting anything to return, then spiderweb's going to grow. You're not maintaining it. There's going to get bugs stuck inside, and it gets dirty. Look at anything. I'll give you a metaphor, analogy, reference for anything. Everything is everything, if they say that, okay? As a life path 4, Angelique, what's up? Welcome back. I'm married, what? And an intuitive, I have done this my whole life to my own detriment. The last 2 years, I've learned how to say no, shield and protect myself from super negative energy, but I can't not help people. It's my purpose, my mission, my passion. So we learn coping, spiritual coping, and how to release what's not ours. All right, I will give you some more stuff, some more coping mechanisms. Enter the window. So imagine, like if you were the swirling energy and you were sucking it in, and then you decided to have this big bag around you that would just collect it all, like Angelique said, right? She's like taking it on, and sometimes she has to say no and turn. Oh, that was a sharp pain right there. Just so you know, I just felt a really sharp little ting right there. Sometimes you have to shield yourself and say no and say, oh, I need to close my hands right now because I'm a spiritual bag and I am collecting energy. So I have to shield myself and say no. And just like, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and just kind of like get out of the frame of existence from people that we have to protect ourselves from. I introduce you to a new concept, the spiritual window. Now, this thing is mighty powerful. If you're in with me and you're like, oh, that stuff is nuts, I'm going to explain this, and then we're going to read some numbers. Okay, so if you're still hanging on with me, good job. It's been almost an hour. Hour 2, from 1 to 2, we're going to go into this, okay? So when you treat yourself like a spiritual garbage bag, you don't identify or take ownership of other people's energies. This is very the 4 agreements kind of stuff. Like, you don't own it. You don't take it personally. You kind of just process it for them. I have had to master this because of what I do for a living, and I still don't have it down. Sometimes I'm like freaking exhausted, and I'm like, please, no kids right now. Please, no one needs to turn the lights off. I need to sit down and catch my breath because it can be very difficult at times to process certain people's energy because I'm like sitting here taking it from you. But instead of collecting it inside of my shelf of life, I'm throwing it out of a window with a dumpster that the garbage truck comes and picks up on its own without me being there. So I have placed a spiritual garbage bag outside of my window. And to know that I am pulling from the universal concepts of let go, live, love and let love, or love and let be, or whatever it is you want to see, live and let love. But to recognize we're all going through stuff, guys. Like, we're all upgrading, we're all transitioning, we're all going through ascension, we're all going through all this. But the last thing you need to do is be the one who attacks yourself. Like, that's like, what? Don't go there. Like, the world's tough enough. You're getting it from everywhere. The last thing we need is for them to sabotage you from the inside. And now it's your own thought. That's like some messed up inception stuff. And we're like, whoa, this is so crazy. So imagine next time someone's like, ah, and they come to you and you're just like, okay, come and give me a hug. I've been there. I know exactly what to do with this. It ain't mine. So my son's stinky diapers. It ain't mine. I ate what he ate, but that ain't my crap. That's his crap. I get it. We're all going through digestion issues. We all get a chance to let things work through our system. And when I'm here as a responsible parent, I know, as someone who has been potty trained, that my little baby boy doesn't know what the hell he's doing just yet. So I'm not going to be mad at him. I'm not going to think, oh my God, my life, I can't believe this. What did I do to be so unlucky? I get charged with diaper duty every day. You know, like, don't do that. Like, and parents are going to get this. Like, I get it. Sometimes it's like, taste here. And you just, you know, it's like, whoo. You know, you got to be like, what the hell, bro? What'd you eat? You know, I get it. It's tough. Being a parent's not easy. But you're not going to identify with someone else's garbage. Yet spiritually, people do this all the time. So think of it this way. You're carefully and lovingly helping someone get back to fresh. Then you take that shit outside. You let that shit go out the side. You just create these like these gateways, these pathways within you that allow you to process, deal with, maneuver, manipulate, manifest energy away from you while still being able to use it. Ooh, I felt a nice little pop in there. Someone's watching. But this is, I feel like it's really kicking in for a lot of you guys. Your lives are so good, Bobby. Thank you, Stephanie. I appreciate you. I read it that way. It's like, bam. So when you are aware of this, your awareness is going to be like a blade you sharpen every single time you go through experience. Are you aware of it, or did it catch you by the backside? You know what I'm talking about? And you thought you're all spiritual. You thought you're all like, you know, and the next thing you know, some dumb shit happened. And then you're like, and you just don't know what to do. And you're like, this sucks. I hate life. Everything hates me. I hate this. This sucks. I mean, well, you probably picked up some energy that probably wasn't yours. You identified with something that you didn't want to see, or you probably put something in your life that doesn't belong there. So now you're upset because something's not right, and you know, and I deserve better than this, and people should know, and why don't they know who I am, and this and that. And I'm like, nobody knows who you are. Even I have like 1,000 people, something like that, 2,000 people, 5,000 friends. There's like billions of people on the planet. It's like less than 1% of people who know me. Okay, so I'm not trying to say that I'm all king stuff, but the reality is that you don't have to own it. You don't have to own it. You get it. Like someone have a bad day at the supermarket, you know, and you're entitled, you know, because you work hard for your money. You know, you only got so much time, and the last thing you need is some little punk ass kid trying to give you some beef. Or you're trying to get your beef, okay? Or you're beyond beef if you don't eat meat, whatever it is, your greens, okay? And the little kid in the produce aisle just spitting on the food. And like he's having a bad day, and you're sitting there, like, do you get a chance right there? Universe be like, let's see what she does. Let's see what she does. Is she going to transmute this energy, or is it going to transfer onto her? Are you going to go and be like, oh, I need to speak to your manager. You guys need to have a higher quality of service. This is Thrifties. You know, you guys need to get your act together because otherwise I'm never shopping here again. And the manager's like, yes, dear. Yes, ma'am. And they're like, oh, God, it sounds like my wife is complaining to me. And so this reality is that we can get caught with other people's crap without even paying attention to it. And it happens as easy as, it's mine. And you just lick something and the other kid starts crying, being like, she ate my ice cream. I'm like, just relax, dude. You spit in your own food. Like, it's not even that bad. No, it's mine. We're so entitled. It's just like this ego thing that says, this is mine. I'm like, relax. It's not even yours. This is hand-me-downs. Like, just everybody share. It's fine. You just got to give people the loving energy you need without owning any of it. And my kids are like the most difficult pieces of me. They're like, that's like the new frontier. With people out in public, ain't no problem. Oh, no worries. I don't care about you. It's no big deal. We're just a random stranger. We can just have a nice little, funny little exchange, and you know, I'll pretend like you're a coworker and just, you know, make a fun joke with you, lighten up your day, and not treat this so transactional. But kids, now there's a challenge because they don't have their consciousness fully set out yet. They're still setting, and while they're setting, they're growing these aggressions and ambitions to be my own person. And I'm like, oh, super grateful I found numbers. If you haven't read your kids' numbers, what the hell? You have got to read your children's numbers. Family numerology saves families. From therapy, from counseling, it's like Minority Report, okay? God bless Tom Cruise. So what we see here is this reality for you guys. You have a choice to make. Will you collect and continuously add shelves to the crap in your life, or add crap to the shelves in your life? Or will you move to the option B and open your energy? You know, rib cage, right? You open up your energy, you know. Hey, I'm here to help people. What's up? I'm here to help people. Hey, you need some help. Don't forget to open the back door. don't forget to open behind you and let that shit go. And let that shit circulate around you. Let that thing go completely through you. Like, you know, and this is a really powerful reality check, because like what Angelique is saying about, hey, I protect myself, I'm gonna, like, you know, thou shalt not pass, and put all these like protection runes all over ourselves, like, I'm wearing them, I got them. Okay, this ain't just for fashion. All right, these are also an EMF reduction Q-Link. This is Onyx or Obsidian, I think it's Onyx. And another one on my wrist. So, I mean, I keep these things on check because I'm like, ain't no way. Oh, no, I spend way too much time in front of other people's energy. I got to shield myself, protect myself, so I get it. But imagine being invisible, invincible, being completely connected so that you ain't got to shield yourself. You are impermeable. You are like on a higher level frequency. Like, look at this. I just slapped through like 8 dimensions. There's Wi-Fi and cosmos and radio and ultraviolet and universal rays and all these other different rays. You can't see them. 99.99% empty space. So we've got different levels of existence. That's like, the air doesn't care. I just go right through it. I just go right through it. The same way energy should go right through you. To think, I'm just a piece of the earth. I'm just here to facilitate love and light and experience wealth and experience love for others, and I'm going to help people. This is the reality that you want to get. It's not easy. It's not easy. Go downtown in any city during traffic, rush hour, and see how easy that is. It's a practice. That's why I say practice meditation, because you have to continuously do it. And I like this one. It was a Paul McCartney and John Lennon. So you can meditate on the bus. That's my best Paul. No, I think that's more of John. Yeah, you can meditate on the bus. You can meditate anywhere. It's about being conscious and aware of your thoughts, not about clearing them all out. That's impossible. Your brain's thinking like so many things a minute. So it's impossible to do that. But I digress. It's been a wonderful time to share with you guys that message, but I would like to get to the free readings. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with Jen. And if you guys didn't make it and you're getting crossed off the list, hey, it happens. Jen Lloyd, hey, added my kids' numbers. What's up? So you're still with me. What we're going to do now is we're going to read some numerology. Pay attention when you see your numbers. There's 9 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of them. And you get a chance to see, oh, I was born in a 9-month. Or I was born in a 9-day, or I was born in a 5-year, and you just add up the numbers of the year to get a single digit, okay? So I'm going to read some of these numbers out, and if you are not, lost the sound, what's up? Can anyone else tell me that they've lost the sound, or do you guys have it? Okay, let me know. I've got a sound check right now. Just doing a sound check, make sure everybody can see me, everybody can hear me. Where am I? Let's do this. Checking. I can see it here. Microphone on. Okay. What about you guys? Let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me. I can hear you. Cool. Okay. Might be something on your end, Joanne. Sometimes when people walk close and the Bluetooth is connected, it'll just connect the Bluetooth, if that could be a thing. Cool. Okay. What we're going to do now is we're going to pull out all your shit on the table. I'm just kidding. But any of you guys dealing with spiritual garbage bag stuff, we're about to put it out. I'm going to tell you what the numbers say, so you get a chance to be like, that's not me. Or you can own up and be like, guilty. And we're not going to do names. We're just going to do some insights. But I promise you guys, knowing this is half the battle. You can never look at yourselves the same, okay? Oh, you ready for this, guys? I can hear you. Have sound. All good. I can hear you. You say you guys are saying it. You guys are saying you can hear me. So I want you guys to pay very close attention. Jen Lloyd, you have sound. Welcome to your first Bobby Parihar numerological insight. Boom. Drum roll, please. All right, let's do this. This is an interesting conversation that we have for Jen, okay? Because this is tough. First of all, April means that she's a bit of a hard ass. Okay, so she absolutely needs to get things done right, very methodical, super disciplined, very logical. This vibration shows up and says, I got to get stuff done and do whatever I got to do. And it's very much step by step. The 4 is a very strong vitality of keeping things in a structured order. Then we have numbers that show up. I'm just going to make sure that I do this right. Last thing I want is to make a mistake and be like, what? So just to confirm, 25th of April, 79. Okay, so if you can confirm that for me, Jen, we're going to go 25th of April, 1979. Cool. So there's one part of you, the young part of you as a kid, that grew up in discipline, order, and a little bit of that OCD. Okay, so it can be a bit of that hard ass. That emotionless part of you exists in the very beginning part of you. You can be really super sweet. You can be very loving. But the first number that shows up, April, means I'm not messing around. When I do something, I say I'm going to do something. I do something. I say I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. And absolutely don't try to pull anything underneath me. So you'd be like a heavy level of skepticism, being like, what's he going to say? What's he going to say? And that feeling is curious because your next number, 25, is a 7, which is spiritually intuitive, which is like, just listen. You're going to hear something really cool. It's a spiritual conversation. And the 4 and the April is like, can you relax just shh with that spiritual stuff and get back to the logical real world? And then the 7 part's like, yeah, but I meditate and I'm intuitive and I've got this deeper side to me. So there's this level of patience. Like the 4 will take its painstaking time to do things on its own. The 7 has the patience for days. And then there's a value in there that you grow up into one day, not there yet. It'll still show up now, whether you're there yet or not, is this idea that you want to become wealthy, that you want to create something for you in your life. This is tough because on one side, you have to do everything yourself. On the other side of your life, you're going to recognize that wasn't the way to get rich. That was a way to get tired. It's not a way to create wealth. And you're like, shit, I know, but remember the saying, if you want something done right, you do it yourself, but then I can't get myself to do anything, and yet I want other people to do things for me, but then I'm not satisfied when they do things for me, yet I need to lead them. I'm like, yo, Jen, relax. I know what you're dealing with. You are a leader, so cultivating an understanding that you have to enlist people's strengths and not try to build all of your own strengths. Now, I know that's a little counterintuitive because you're like, but I need to know everything. Like, no, you don't, and you already do. So what are you talking about? There's a part of you, a deeper knowing that's intuitive, and you can see it already. You already have the magnetism, but you got this really short leash on because April was there when you were a baby. And when you were a baby, you got no choice. And so it's going to just build a complex around things need to be hard. I'm not worthy of this. I have to work really hard. People like me don't make this kind of money. Oh, I'd love to make this kind of money, but people like me don't make this kind of money. And like, I have to like go through every single box. Success? No. Success? No. Success? No. And then like cross off every single one as they go. Well, the person who's randomly just throwing things at the wall is more likely to get stuff sticking. This vibration is like, I hate those people. Why can't they just relax and just sit down and call me and like, and just like, like do the right thing. Like, why do they have to be so weird and all this stuff? And yet you battle yourself in a really big way. I like to think the magnetism, the intuition, the leadership takes over. And by that time, you will have absolutely prayed and wished that April taught you well, because it is no longer in your chart. You are past that form of your life now. Now you are in the place of seeing. This can be also a place called paralysis, procrastination, dare I say lazy, where you just want things done and you know you can do it, but then you don't, and then you try to do it, and then is action versus inaction. Inside of inaction, when you guys see 7s, it's a good time for meditative space, visualizing, going inward, all that stuff, and seeing into the future. When you see numbers like 4, like stop looking into the future. Keep your eyes open right now on the prize. Get your head down and work hard. Give me 50 laps and run right. Don't just run. Run right. And make sure you got the form. So we want to think that were you to access your higher wealth later in your future, that you would have spent time disciplining your daily method of operation, your daily disciplines, your exercise. For Pete's sake, make sure that you get a good sweat in. You have to treat your body like a machine, a biomechanical, super spiritual machine that allows you to, maneuver energy throughout the universe. But if you don't treat your body like it needs to be well maintained, this could be reading books, going for runs, listening to books while you go on runs. But that's probably the best thing to do. Is just put on an audio and go for a run and don't come back until you're sweating, okay? Like every day. And that's a really good idea. I do that for 20 minutes. 15 minutes, 10 minutes sometimes, I'm tired, whatever. And then I go for a workout. Okay, so it's been the best thing ever. It's crazy because I was like, oh, I got to lose 20 pounds for my wedding. I didn't, but I was working out every day and I still showed up like a boss. So you don't have to lose weight in order to get good looking. You just have to really make sure that you treat your body with respect. It's the only vehicle you got. But yes, there's a challenge there that you may want to, but then get a little bit of that laziness kicks in, and I'll do it tomorrow, or I'll sleep in, or I'd rather meditate, or whatever it is. I like to think you're growing through wealth, but here's the kicker. Your road is growing. Is your name ready for the action? This is why we would be doing your group session. This is why I would be working with you one-on-one, is because we need to take your name apart or put it together or find a way to use it so that when you show up, Jen Lloyd, and it actually has a vibrational like prowess to it, that's one of the biggest pieces of the entire like equation. You must. Otherwise, dead in the water, stuck on the side of the road, up shit creek without a paddle. Pick your cliche. You know, tag a couple of grapes short of the vine. But the reality is that your road has been, I want to be successful. I've worked really hard. I saw my future. I'm a leader. I'm independent. I got a vision. I can do this. And then your name says, no, she doesn't. She's just really focused on everyone else's emotions. I'm like, you know, I can't. And I'm like, all right, that's the problem everyone's dealing with, is that they got the wrong car for the wrong road, and it's a shit show. And that's why we get a chance to move your name around. So I hope you find value in this. If I were to sum up your birthday, I would say leadership, hard work, magnetism of wealth, and spiritual divine intuition. Do not take those concepts lightly. Find a way to employ them all in your life to make sure that you don't suffer depression. Because guess what? That sucks. And it can take you. And you can look alive. That's what they call zombies. And so you're going to really just pretend, or you're going to absolutely be like, no, I saw my vision. I'm super fucking stubborn because you're born in April. Like, I seen it. I seen it in my head. I'm no way. And I'm like, trust me, I wouldn't bet against your numbers either. Like, your numbers are, you will go into good places, but are you working with a full set of gas, a full set of cards? You know, you need gas, you need oil, you need this and windshield washer fluid. There got to be light bulbs in the car. Steering wheel would be nice. Driver's license is probably good. Like, you can't just have a business. You have to have an entire plethora of mindsets and skill sets that are going to help you drive it. That's why you have to get licensed, because you can't just pop in a car and go. You have to actually do stuff around it. And the same thing with the road in your life. Is your name halting you? That's what changed my life, guys. A name change. Weird to think that a letter can do that. But I like to think if everything is everything, there's a reason why they call it spelling. Okay, because it's a spell. These are magic words. Abracadabra. Your wish is your command. Law of attraction is a law. Like gravity works whether you care about it or not. So let's keep going. How about this? Okay. I hope you enjoy your wedding. I did. I really did. Thanks so much. I appreciate you, Jen. My sun is Virgo and moon in Gemini, life number 2. Cool. I don't sure what that means, but sounds astrological. Let's see here. Jen saying, oh my God, this is me to a T. Ha ha ha, legit. I appreciate you. All right, cool. Let's keep going. This is it, man. This is the human experience. If any of you guys are hard on yourselves, or you want to get in action, but you don't know why you stuck on the couch, and suddenly when you have something to do, it's like a 5-second, 30-second video. And you're like, oh, I got to feed the cat, and I got to like take out the garbage, and I got to check my emails, and all this stuff. And I'm like, guilty. I had to check my emails right over there, whatever it is. I had to check my emails too. I get it. I had to check my schedule. I got to get back to people. I got to do this stuff. But it pumps me up. Now when I look at it, I'm like, okay, as soon as I get out of this list, I'm going to absolutely crush it. It will put me in a good mood. It's going to put me in a vibration of communication. I'm already in the mode. I'm in the mood of this. Let's run. Let's rock. So of course, yes, I get back to some people who are kindly waiting for me. Appreciate you so much. My life path is 2 as well, Nikki. Absolutely cool. But cool. If you're feeling that frustration, great. So is everybody else. Knowing that it's there is, I'd like to say, more than half the battle, because now you're not going to be so hard on yourself when you see it, and that's a really good thing. So keep fighting the good fight. But man, there's a big boss inside of you, like a big boss. Like, these numbers are not messing around. The 8 and the 1 in your chart, Not only does she want to be in charge, Like this may sting a little bit because you'll probably be good at your work or good at your job, but it may hurt you to have one because these are numbers that are growing out of that. And, very easy to take instructions and do the right thing, but then eventually wants to give instructions. So don't get caught underneath the challenge that we all go through. Okay. And changing your vibration, best thing you can ever do for yourself. Some people do it legally. And it's like, next level. Okay, let's keep going. You guys ready for this? Carol, are you still with us? Carol, if you're with us, let's do this. Kylie, Dustin, Song, what's up? Jelena, Maya's here. What? Thank you guys so much for joining us. Just a quick while we're waiting for Carol. If it's not Carol, it's Joe. If it's not Joe, it's Queenie. If it's not Queenie, it's Marissa. But you guys let me know if you guys are in there in that order. We're doing a group session. So if you want to get an intense, extensive look at this, we go on a little bit deeper. We train a little bit harder. We get your name aligned. I give you a written report, and it's happening August 31st if you're in North America, or September 1st if you're in the Oz or Kiwi land. So it would be absolutely a blessing to align you in your life. Oh, cool. 1 hour and 11 minutes. I love it. Carol's here. Queenie's here. Nice. What about Joe? Oh, did we miss Joe? All right, let's go with Carol. Carol, did I give you that name? You got to help me out here. Did I read your numbers? I've been doing this for so long that I almost forget. And if I have, I'm like, whoa, didn't you hear me say that before? I'm just going to double check here. Let's see here. Carol X de Pasquale. Okay. Oh, man. Come on. I gave you this letter, didn't I? You got to let me know and make sure I have it. But I did, didn't I? You just exempted yourself from this conversation. Because hold on, I just want to double check this real quick. What I want to do is I want to make sure that I can get people who have not had their numbers read, because I'm only here for a few minutes more, okay? So Carol's going to be passed on. Super sorry about that. I know you're like, what? No. I need to know. Well, first hit's free. You got to come in here now. Let's get on the group session. If you can't afford it, you can pay you back later. It's all good. It's all good. But even for sessions as well, we should, and that was a while ago. You were on Nicole's live. Like, we did this a while ago. So it's time. Absolutely, it's time. Stop putting yourself to the side. If you need me to lend you the money, I will. I don't expire my payment plans. It's whatever's comfortable for you guys. But we should sit down and have that conversation. So you guys just got really lucky because now it's Joe or Queenie. Joe, you're about to give up your spot. And I know there's a bit of a delay. So when you get this, I'm going to I'm going to pass on you. And then it looks like you're not here. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue on. Queenie is still here. But then, Queenie, did I not give you the D to your name as well? Like, what's up? Because I want to make sure that I get people who have not yet had their vibrations read. So I'm just going to quickly do this. I did, didn't I? Okay, let's go here. Let me know. Did I give you your Riwinui? Riwinui. And then your last name was Manga, like that. R-I-R-I-N-U-I. No, I must not have given you this letter because it doesn't work. No, that's my middle name. Okay, good. You probably want to add something to it. Sneak peek. We align your name. If I see an initial, usually I'm trying to like align it for someone. So Carol, I'm so sorry. So much love and appreciation for you being in my life and being in my audience. You can understand this, right? Don't make me feel so bad, right? Come on. It's just one of those realities that it's just like sometimes I take people back again and I'm like, let's read them again. But other times, like today, I'm going to be pretty strict about it. Okay, cool. So I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Yes, Lisa is not. Julie has not. Okay, but I think I'm already done taking birthdays. So I'm filled up my sheet. So let's keep going. Okay, let's keep going. Marissa, are you with us? Yes, you were. I have not had mine read yet. So what we're going to do, Nikki says, what is your and wife number? I'm a life path 11, so that kind of goes into it too. but is a reason why I'm all super spiritual, because the 11 comes in and starts giving us this intuitive design. And my wife is a life path 4. So she keeps things really grounded and stable and solid for me. She holds me down, and she really does it in a really powerful way. So absolutely so super cool. Joe says there must be a delay. My man. All right, Joe McPhee, we're going to do this. You let me know. Let's just do this. Let's write your birthday out, and we're going to do it like that, okay? And, oh my gosh, Life Path 11, that's what's up. Just going to double check this to make sure that I have done this right. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I make a miscalculation. And what we're going to do is I'm just going to quickly pop it into a mastery vibrator check, okay? So to make sure that we can actually see this, 1978. Let's do this. I'm just going to do this, and I said vibrator. Okay, cool. So here we are with the Life Path 11, just like myself. That's what's up. Life Path 11s unite. Now, as Life Path 11 or as Life Path 2, there's a connection to other people's happiness that can kind of like mess with you a little bit, because the vibration there is to say you're going to take care of other people before you take care of yourself. That's the whole point about it too. The one would take care of themselves, whereas the 2 would take care of the other. That's the whole point, right? You take care of people, and would make you a really great friend, or really super loyal to a fault, like as if you're going to do things for others even if it puts you out, or if it doesn't serve you in the highest realm or the highest like degree. That's a really tough conversation, because I've been there myself. I'm like, whatever you need, I'll be there for you, whether I can wait. And I even tell you, like, if you need a special request and you're like in Egypt, or you're like in like, like Rome, and I need to be up at like 4 a.m. for you, you just let me know, and I'm going to set my alarm clock for you. And I like to make these, adjustments for people, because I like to serve people. But on the reality underside of this, it's that we seek ourselves and approval for ourselves in the acknowledgement and approval of others. That's like a slippery slope, especially for someone born in March. The 3 wants to make people feel happy. Like immediately wants to make people feel good. And if it doesn't, then it feels like, it feels sad. So the March in your birthday is going to give you one of the most powerful numerological placements of all time. You get a kid number while you're a kid. So this is a lot of fun. We're going to see if someone here who likes the way they look and wants to dress up and wants to make sure they're nice and fresh and artistic or creative, flamboyant. You can get away with some dressing in some more powerful brands or colors or styles. The 3 wants to show up and look good. Right? It also has a very childlike and joyful charm to it. So you're going to probably look younger. The conversation around adult stuff probably came in pretty late. Okay, you probably weren't sitting there 6 years old like Bobby dreaming about being married one day. You're probably like, I'm here to just have fun. I don't want to get too serious right now. That's the 3. Just wants to enjoy the moment. Doesn't want to look into like so far into the future that it can't see in front of itself. The other challenge of this is that you may not be able to see into the future as far as you'd like to. Now, this is a bit of a challenge, because Life Path 11, you're born on the 1 day, 28, 2 plus 8 is 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. 1978 is a 7-year. These numbers offer clarity into your vision, into the future, intuition, something that's going to happen one day. So there must be this hidden sense, underground feeling that's like, I know there's something bigger and more and stronger in my life. And then there's this other part that's like, but I just can't help but second guess myself and question myself all the damn time. And if someone doesn't give me their approval, maybe it's not such a good idea. And yet there's a deeper calling in you that's like, persist, come on, keep going. Like, you got this. Like, you're going into something really big. Will be time for you to create something for others. It's growing its level of spirituality. So just so you know, very wonderful looking set of numbers. I always like my Life Path 11s. It's tough though. We go through some extra stuff in life. The lessons are deeper. The pains are more painful. The stuff we have to experience and endure, it's like, it's extra. It's like bonus round. It's like, man, I really didn't need to know I really didn't need to go through that learning experience, like my heart's ripped open, or I've been defeated, or someone took advantage of me, or I had difficult relationships with my friends and my family and my cousins and my parents, like my entire life. Like, it always had to teach me something more, because you're a spiritual light for others. It's a very big, powerful conversation to have, is that you want to stand up for others and you want to do things for others. There is leadership in your chart. There's intuition in your chart. There's a deeper level of wisdom, right? But there's also this fun, like big kid that doesn't want to grow up. And don't let it. Just know that that's part of your charm, your charisma, your joy, your fun, and like everything's okay and it's all going to be good and we're going to get through this and all that kind of stuff. That the cheerleader part of you will be very big. And the spiritual guide, the spiritual hand part of you also continues to grow with you through life. So born in 78, yeah, I'd probably say you're almost halfway through the middle right now. And that's a really strong indicator that you found your power, you found your sense of self, you found who you need to be for you. Might have happened a couple years ago now. It did for me. I was also born on the 28th, different month. But I recognize that transition to think, I got to stand up for myself, as long as my wife's okay with it, But I stand up for me, right? As long as it doesn't hurt anybody else. But I can get caught between those two. No, I got to do what's right for me. Just kidding. I don't know why I say that. I was here for you. No. Don't let anyone else take advantage of you, Bobby. You got to do what's right for you. Like, oh, it's okay. You can have the advantage. I'm here to serve. And so there's this battle back and forth between self and selfless, selfish and selflessness. Make peace with both of those. Okay, I'm not going to tell you that you only need to have a bathroom. You also need a kitchen. So just to know that you can have different spaces of your life that don't contradict each other, it's not a bad look. To know that there's a part of you that's assertive, and there's a part of you that's helping. There's a part of you that's clear in your own direction, will stand up as a leader, but not at the expense of others. There's a really powerful feeling that comes in there for you. So just so you know, it's 1 hour, 22 minutes, 22 seconds. I thought that was pretty potent, but really cool stuff we get a chance to see. Joe, you're welcome, my man. I appreciate you so much for being here with us. Wonderful looking life path. This would be like a good fun time. Like, the drinks start coming out and then the real spiritual conversation starts happening. You can play at the surface level, easy elevator convo, and then you can really savor the deeper levels of conversation that's just calling the more mature side of your soul. So I know you have it in there. It's a very deep and sensitive thinker, but you may not show that to too many people because it's easier to play on the surface. Not everybody ready for that kind of conversation. You know what I'm saying? So, cool. Let's continue this up. Can you please give your insight on 11:11? Yeah, definitely. It's angels, baby. What's up? It's just cool, right? Like, one of those really cool things. It's like you watching the clock, and then suddenly you see all these repeating numbers, and you're looking around, and you're like, oh, that's so cool. And it's going to happen. Every so often, you're going to get something that it clicks, and it all clicks at the same time. It's normal to see that. And I like to think if you're paying attention to it and you find that deeper calling, it's almost like a spiritual sonar, like a spiritual radio message that's showing you a divine light. So when people see things like 11:11, I like to think that it's like go, 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 like one, like direction, 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 or like keep going in the direction you're going. Like you have a bunch of numbers that are all giving you green lights. And it's like you're driving down the road of life and you see street light, street light, street light, street. You're on the road. So that's my insight to 11:11. Sometimes it can be just an easy, like Morse code from your spiritual guides being like, yo, we're here. You need anything, you call us. But that would be pretty weird if Domino's called me being like, yo, Bobby, just so you know, we're here. You need any pizzas? They're not going to do that. So they're going to put their signs up there that says, call Domino's. And you're going to email me being like, you're hungry. And I'm like, why do you keep sending me emails, Domino's? I'm trying to eat healthy. I'm going to unsubscribe to you. And I got them subscribed like 4 different emails because I used to hate myself. And like, no, but I'm kidding. But the reality, actually not so kidding. I really did like myself. Now I love myself, but that was a different time in my life. But the reality is Domino's still emailing me. The same way that spirituality will come for you, you get a chance to go and call them and be like, oh yeah, you know what? I should call my spirit guides. I should call my soul squad or my spirit fam or my guardian angels or my dragons, whatever you want to call them. I don't know. But the reality is that you have an opportunity to bring yourself to presence, bring yourself to calm, bring yourself to quietness, bring yourself back to peace, and just to woosah the moment. And sometimes you need it. Sometimes you really need it because you've been filling up your garbage bag. You forgot that you was a window, letting that energy flow through you. And next thing you know, the Spirit's like, knock, knock, knock. Have you heard about Jesus? No, I'm just kidding. I love you, JC. But the reality is, like, have you heard about law of attraction and intuition and manifestation and spiritual guide? The universe loves you and all this stuff. And that's what those numbers really do. Some people get them really cool, like, I see 222 all the time. And some people get them really weird, like, I always see 43. It's always 43. And I'm like, oh, there's 40, 4s and 3s. I don't know. Work hard and have fun. Like, that's what I would say. And then, like, that makes so much sense because it's a message for you. You're reading the numerology without knowing the definition. It's like a cryptic code. So they're usually sending you a message so that I can reach out to you and be like, yo, what's up? And then they're like, I'm seeing all these numbers. I'm like, this is what they mean. There you go. You're welcome. We could have a big conversation on that. Just want you know. Anyway, so Joe, there you are, my man. If I were to sum up your birthday, I'd say angel, artist, leader, and intuitive, or a monk. There's a quiet space for you to really connect to your spirituality. On the other side of the field is a little kid just trying to play in the sand. So just enjoy yourself, go have fun. But your name could be really messing you up. It was really messing me up. And I guess that's like the big lesson behind all these free readings is that spending this time diving deep into these insights will change the trajectory of your success. There is no way for it not to. You cannot keep banging your foot on the coffee table when the light is on and you can see it where it is. If you're living with the lights off and you don't know where your freaking furniture is in your life, there's broken glass here, there's a broken light here, we don't go in that area, and we basically let the weeds overgrow on the gardens of our soul. But were you to turn the lights on and roll up your sleeves and be like, no, I'm going to go exercise. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to think positive thoughts. I'm going to get into alignment. I'm going to build my business. I'm going to build my brand. I'm going to build my wealth, my legacy, my organization, my team, my group. The world wants to get out of your way. And they really want to help you. Like, really, the world does. You just got to find those people. Because chances are you're hanging around people who are like, no, crabs in a bucket, bro. Don't you know the crabs in the bucket? You start going up and I'm going to pull you down because I want to go up and I can't see you go up if I can't go up, so I'm going to pull you down with me. And then I'm going to climb on top of you and then you're going to pull me. And then we're going to be dancing in this yin-yang energy for the rest of our life. I'm like, yo, keep spinning around. I'm going up. I'm going to a higher place. I'm growing wings on this crab, okay? Because I am not in a bucket. I am not trying to pull anybody down. I'm crabs outside of a bucket. I'm reaching my hand in and pulling people out and be like, cut the little snips from you, my son. You get a chance to be free. Or how about you? You can be successful. And I'm cutting the rubber bands off of crabs who are lobsters, who would otherwise be like, you know, ready to get put next to a steak. And that's what happens when life cooks the shit out of you and you're just tired. Or do you want to be running out there free, inspiring new lobsters to be free? That's what I really like to think. But I digress. My insights on 1111. Let's get back to the business, back to the game. Tough path. 11, angel stuff, spiritual community. So obviously you can't turn it down. You can't turn it off. Don't. Just get used to it and get really comfortable with it. Quiet your mind. Find a really good space to meditate. This is for Joe. Okay. So let's keep going. Who's next? Queenie. Sorry, Queenie. How about Marisa? Marissa, are you with us? Yes, you are. Woosah, the moment. Thank you. You ready for this? Kevin O'Charlie, what's up, my brother? I'm a married man, bro. What's up? Feels so good. I'm still on such a high. It's like such a great feeling. Anyway, let's keep going. Why not? We're reading numbers. It's Marissa's point in time where I've got to help you through this. This is tough. This isn't easy, okay? So what you've got going on here is a 9-month, a 9-day, 27, 2 plus 7 is 9, a 2-year, and this adds up to 20 or 2 again, okay? So this is the same life path as Joe, all right? And it's quite, it's almost, because it's one step down from Angel, but it's like right there at the very top of the universe. These 9s in your chart are like creating a very big heart you know, that spiritual garbage bag theory. These not the like the this woman will do whatever she can for you. Like you will do whatever you can for others. Like the two is like, how can I help you? Oh, we're gonna do this together. Me and my best friend, or me and my friends, or me and my partner. Is going to be identified by the relationship. Good talker, you know, diplomatic, and wants to keep everybody happy. Like win-win-win, even at the expense of yourself. What do you mean self? There's no self. This is a 9-month, 9-day, 2-year, 2-life path. There is a lot of numbers in here that say selfless and that say no self, which is just as dangerous as being selfish, is being so selfless that you don't even take care of you. Are you kidding me? And then you draw from a cosmic power or universal power. This is overwhelming. You are going to feel the pains of others, whether you like it or not. They're going to attack you. And you're going to be like, I should just get a sign that says energy vampires drink for free here and lay down for them. Because this number is like, I will serve you. I will be there for you, whatever you need. Animals in trouble, people are in trouble, children are in trouble. You want to save everyone. This 9 can be very humanitarian, and think about the bigger picture. So were you to find a certain business with a certain technology that suddenly is eco-conscious and eco-friendly, you'd be like, oh man, this is the shit. This is awesome. Because this reality is that you care about what happens to the carbon footprint, or what happens to the others, or what happens to other people. This is very humanitarian in its field. She's saying OMG, and definitely I like to think that that's a really strong oh my God, that just basically says, did you creep my Facebook profile? I'm like, no. 9 just says giant heart, and this can transcend space and time. So you may be feeling people's pain in the past, maybe feeling people's future pain. This is weird to think that there's a bunch of numbers in here that are like, what do you mean time? What do you mean self? This is timeless and selfless. So you could be traveling through a bunch of different lifetimes. This is really weird, just so everybody sees this. Is kind of strange to think that you're experiencing the karmic threads of like 5 or 6, dare I say more, generational thread lines that are all weaving the fabric of your reality to you. So, you know, just so you know, that could be tough. I would snippety snip that shit and like get you a name, or at least to deal with this, because this got some serious ambition. Like you really want to heal something in the planet, one soul at a time, one person at a time, but you do your best work for others. And man, are you dedicated to that? If it stands for like you doing something on yourself, good luck. If I tell you, oh, go and be self-motivated, you're like, well, I don't need this. And then you're like, won't even be able to connect to that. I promise you, it's very difficult, especially with numbers like that. You could be proving me wrong, be like, I am super selfish. And that could just be a part of your depression or frustration because it's not on your birthday. It could be all over your names. But I like to think that your birthday is king, so this, or queen in your case. But the reality is this woman thinks more about others before she even recognizes herself. And even when you do, oh my God, how selfish. I would never stand in front of someone else's dream. I'm like, yo, why are you letting everybody stand in front of yours? Like, you got to stand in front of yours. You definitely, and that no one's going to do this for you. So when I get it, and if I'm, you know, giving her shit through a session here, I apologize. But, you know, after this, she can be like, oh, and this really like eye-opening awakening to think, I got to take care of myself. I have to do what's right for me. Otherwise, I'm going to be stuck taking care of everyone else. Being like the one who carries the garbage. Oh, someone's got a mess, and run over to them. Here, dump it in here. And then by the end of the day, you're like, ugh. And then you fall, break your leg, and there's nobody there to help you, and it's nice and dark, so nobody can see you, and you're super depressed and very angry and upset at yourself and just feeling the pains of others. And there's, you know, sometimes those people where you're like, ugh, you just get away from them, and you're like so glad that you got away from them. You couldn't stand their energy. You can't last too long at a party, even though you can fake it for a really long time because that's what you do. And this is really challenging inside of these numbers. I do not envy you with this stuff. I would say with the right power, I would absolutely envy you to make sure that your success is growing. Would say, yes, this is a very cosmic, super spiritual energy that can take whatever she touches and turn it into gold. But the problem is you're probably touching your nose and picking your butt, and then next thing you know, you're touching stuff on the planet, and that's that negative mindset, or that I can't make it attitude, or I don't think about myself, or I don't take care of myself, or I'm not this, or and then you end up touching the planet with all that energy. And I'd say this one needs to be very careful about what it puts out into the universe. Just saying. All right. Let's keep moving. All right. I love this so much. LOL, no matter how many times you do mine, I still can't get over it and still don't know what to do in my life. Marilyn, it's going to come for you. I promise you that. If you don't know what to do, then stop worrying about what you should do and just do the next step. You don't need to see it all. I'll tell you what's going to happen for Marilyn. I'll tell you where you're going and what to do. Help people, raise your children, create change, create powerful value for others, help the universe move forward, continuously fight the good fight, and have a lot of fun doing it. Travel lots, have fruitful, meaningful, deep and passionate romantic relationships, have awesome intimacy with your partner, have very, very strong family connections, see what the world has to offer. Don't give up on yourself. Don't beat yourself up because you don't know what to do with it. It's not that hard. You're going to die. You have to enjoy yourself and not feel like an idiot when you leave. Because I can imagine some people do, and they're like, damn, I didn't do what I was supposed to do. Can you imagine the regrets on a dying bed? Damn, I'm the scariest thing ever. You know, when I go out, I'm going to be like, peace, one last go live. But in reality, you're only here on borrowed time anyway. You ain't getting it back. So enjoy yourself. Make the world a better place for others. Help people get to a better place. Inspire them. Be in business. Create value. Create change. Give value when someone exchanges money for you. Be good to others. Impart knowledge that has nothing to do with money, but it has to do with mindset and spiritual quality. That's enough to keep you busy for a lifetime. So you have to worry about what you're going to do. Just do what you want to do well and really leave a legacy behind you. Even if it's a small, little, tiny legacy. But don't worry about it. Don't beat yourself up. Okay? Would love a reading. First time here. Brittany, what's up? First time here, first time listeners. Subscribe to me. Keep me notified. Make sure you follow me and you subscribe for notifications. What I do, the first 15 to 20 minutes, I get people's birthdays, and then I write them on a list, and then I have them. I spit off for a few minutes, about an hour, and then hour 2, we go and do readings. So I'm super blessed that you're joining us. First-time watcher, man, thank you for being here. Let's change your life. Honestly, are you sick and tired of that freaking story that you tell yourself? That thing that says you can't do it, and then that other party, that tug of war that says, I'm going to do anything I want, and then the other party that laughs and be like, yeah, right, and then the other part says, you don't know me, and the other part says, you don't know you, and then the other part says, but I want to be successful, and the other part says, yeah, but you're not, and then it says, you don't know me, and it's like, you're running in a loop. What do you think you're going to do? You're just going to keep doing this until you just run yourself into your deathbed, and then you're that other guy who's like, damn, you can't do that to yourself. Book a session in with me. It will change your life. On the 31st, I am doing a private group reading. In case you're like, damn, I can't afford a full hour, 90 minutes. Go ahead and grab the interactive one. We're going to read your name, give you an owner's manual, give one to your kid or your husband or your spouse, or your partner, or even just one for 2020, not bad, and then give you a set of names that are going to promote alignment into your life so that you can get past yourself and get over your shadow. It took me 3 years to get over my shadow, and my shadow almost ate me alive. So I like to think I'm married now, I got family now, I got my business, I got my wealth, I got my legacy, I'm building it. There's so many cool things happening, but man, it took me a while to get through that. So in case you're with me on this, just relax. We're all in this together. If you're already a client of mine, join the Numerology Alumni Group. It's for clients only. Oh my gosh. It's so super cool to keep an eye on you guys and watch you guys rise into fame, and then we get to go further from there. But if you're part of the group session, you get part of my private group. If you're part of the group session, you get a chance to get alignment in your life. One of the most powerful things you'll ever do. Okay, so let's keep going. Listen, Marissa's like, oh my God. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You just woke me right up. I can attest to that. Absolutely can attest to that. What else can we say about Marissa here? Huge heart gets you in trouble, but God, thank you for you, because that big, you will do whatever you can for others, even at the expense of yourself. Like, this is like, if you can master becoming a spiritual window, I promise you something, it is going to change it will change everything, because you will be an infinite resource of never-ending universal abundance that says, hi, how can I help you? Hey, how do you need a helping hand? What's your story? What can we do together? How can I help you get to the next level? I'm here for you. And to be in that level of service and dedication and commitment to the planet, we praise and respect and absolutely appreciate you. But if you ain't doing it for yourself, you're dead in the water. It's like the best, most amazing tool never to be used. And I'd like to think that that is a depressing feeling the whole way around. And even when I look at those 9s, you know what it feels like? It feels like my heart is like pulled into infinity, and it feels like I'm staring down this endless abyss of dark emotion, or this endless ascension of power light. Like these 9s are never ending. So the emotional strain that you put yourself through is phenomenal. Like this is not a joke. 55 years of your life spends in a 9 energy. If you don't take care of yourself, this can get downright suicidal, okay? So I'm pretty sure you're probably not going to go that far. But then again, if you look at your darkest days, you're like, guilty, I've been there, done that. I'm still here. I made it. For what reason? For what purpose? Why am I still on this planet? I like to think it's because you got some more damage to do, honey. You got some real solid work to do on this planet. You know you do. Like, you know you do. Your eyes are set to the earth, and your hands are like, who can I help? How can I help? You're going to be a really solid coach. Like, you'll put yourself to the side. I'm not hungry. I don't eat when someone needs to have their help, or, you know, get help from me or whatever it is. Like, step into your leadership. And I wish it was just a letter that could help. I wish. But it's not. You have to do the work. You got to do the work, baby. You got to, like, straight up read. You straight up got to journal your intuitions and your intentions and your goals and dreams and desires and all. You got to put that down and absolutely put it together. It doesn't work unless you do that. Like, you can't wish your life into existence. You have to dream it and then wake up and then start building your dream. So it's like a combination of staying grounded, but also high enough to step above the BS. So anyway, let's keep going. Is M still here? EM? M, are you still here December 16, 1985? What's up? If you are, let me know. Jordy, Lisi, Stephanie, Lynn, Christine, Sally Wasfu, are you still here? Let's do this. If any of you guys are here, I'd absolutely love to read your charts. If not, I got like 18 minutes, and I will definitely take some more birthdays so that I can help you guys do this. But, man, I love doing this. I missed you guys so much. Later on tonight, I'm coming back, and I'm going to do a special episode based on marriage advice, hashtag. And I put out a post on my page. Queenie says you're still here. Honey, I read your numbers already. So I gave you the D in your name. I didn't. Sorry, you're right. I didn't. So we're going to read yours now. Let's do this. Okay, Queenie, this is a really solid looking life path, just so you know, okay? So she's got an August birth month, which is like the lion's power. This is like Leo, right? So we have a law of attraction up front. Remember Joe being born in March was like a really easy, cool, like sweet little space for a kid to be in. August is like the worst place for a kid, okay? Like it's and for her parents. But let's keep going. What is this? 8 plus 7 is, oh, this is a perfect life path. Anyways, so here's the challenge. You got really serious numbers. Like these are like 8 month, like 1 to 9, okay? 1 to 5 or smaller, 6 to 9 or bigger. 8 month, 9 day, 7 year, 6 life path. You literally occupy the advanced side of the numerological scale, okay? So that's like, I want to make sure here that I have this. Okay, we're friends, good, but where are you? I want to make sure that we've done this. Like, we need to do this. I just want to make sure that we haven't done this yet or haven't been around. Yeah, come on, you messaged me. This was like last year. It was over a year ago. And we didn't, we never booked it in. Let me tell you something. Let me say something. That was me at my wedding. How many of you guys a speech? No, I wasn't drunk like that. Drink like that? Come on. I got kids. So when you have bigger numbers and you're a kid, it's tough because you just want to be a kid. And you may have really awesome kid numbers in your name, which are only more frustrating because your life path says mature So we're going to see things that are like, I'm responsible, or I'm mature, or I'm thinking about the bigger picture, the bigger scope, or the like the big level, like, think globally, act locally kind of thing. Like, very strong about the awareness of all. That's what your birthday is saying. So if you're at odds with yourself and you're like, man, I feel like I'm stuck with myself, or I'm not good enough, or this and that, it's probably because there's a lack of spatial awareness for the self. As a life path 6, guilty. You're going to help other people. You want to help other people. Of course you do. You absolutely want to help people, because that's what a good life path 6 does. Very balanced, very responsible, very loving, very patient, deals in love, but then also skipped self-love day, So if you do this can be a really strong challenge, because you're going to be exhausted taking care of everybody else as opposed to taking care of yourself, which is really what we all need to cultivate, is a strong balance between ourselves and the planet, what's within us and what's external from us, from our field. So when we see a life path 6, good hands, very loyal, very loving, strong relationship sense, very romantic sense of you. Then on the deeper side, we see very intelligent level of business. I want to make money. Challenge, you had that as a kid. So when you're hard to manage as a child and you don't want to listen to anybody, because 8s don't want to listen to anybody, then your parents could be like, no, and you're in trouble. And then you're going to be like, it's going to be difficult to speak your power into existence when you've been, cut into this, I got to take care of other people kind of vibe. And it happens to a lot of people. So you're not alone, but being born in August is one of those really powerful things that we're just like, oh man, I wish and I pray that this person makes it out of childhood alive with their entrepreneurial spirit and their I can get whatever I want attitude, and you can't tell me no, and I'm going to do whatever I say I'm going to do. There's a bigger level numbers that will kick in as an adult. As a kid, it's like we have to protect that. So hopefully you had super conscious parents. If not, this could be a challenge, but we'll put it this way. Your name is in need of a bit of alignment. I just quickly ran the numbers, and I saw that it's not my letter, but if that's your middle name, that's a toughie, because you're like, well, that's my middle name. And I'm like, I know, right? And my middle letter works. So inside of a session, I would give you some options, and we could still use the letter D, but I would be adding another letter to it. So just so you know, that's kind of a thing. But would invite you. It's been over a year, and you still haven't done it. It's been over a year. I'm calling you out. And sometimes it takes a year. Sometimes you need to be in a better place. Maybe you still can't afford it. The message she sent me was like, what do your prices look like? And I'm like, well, I can tell you what it's going to cost you. I mean, I can't tell you, but I can't tell you. Like, I can tell you what the price is. Sorry. I'm trying to be super slick, and I just screwed up my own punchline. I can tell you the price, but I can't tell you what it's going to cost you to miss out on this, to think that a year ago you could have had the alignment phenomenon, and you could have gotten a jump start to your wealth, a jump start to your business. When you put the D in there, it unfortunately blocks your communication, but not without making you super frustrated at first. So in case you're dealing with that, we may want to look at the letters you're using. Let's put it this way. When we get a chance to see this number, we have a very strong business person, very globally focused, and then you settle into a very deep level of spiritual intuition and understanding. If I were to summarize your birthday, I would say wizard, humanitarian, intuitive monk, and family. So there's relationships are important to you. Seeing people, kids, relationships grow is important to you. Having a strong, sharpened wealth consciousness is ideal. And having your vision geared towards the planet and helping of others before you really go within, deep within, to meditate and visualize and have that deeper sense of God connection with yourself. It's a wonderful life path. Like, this is a very good looking set of numbers. I would just say your name isn't nearly as powerful as your birthday. And I did your name. I'm like, ooh. That's going to hurt. It's going to hurt because those numbers are like, I fight myself. I don't tell anybody. I disassociate from my own worth and my own wealth. I'm my own punching bag. Nobody knows. And I just fake it. And that's like, I got to serve everyone. And I'm like, ooh. No, no, no. So September 1st, 1 p.m. You free? Let's get into the group session. PayPal me, let me know you're in, send me a message and be like, Bobby, I gotta be there. If you're like, dude, it's been a year later and I still can't afford it, well, that's why I do payment plans. And the way payment plans work, usually it's like $50 a week, okay, until you're paid off. There's a bit of a bonus charge, I don't know how you call it, but like I take on the risk, so I increase my prices for payment plan. But let's get you making money first. If it means you have to pay me later, I'm cool. I would rather do the work for you now than watch you unable to vibrate at the level that you truly desire. Like what's there's no harm in that. There's no harm in really setting yourself up for abundance. And professional athletes make millions of bucks. They hire coaches. So if you want to be with it on the professional income level stage, where you're a professional income maker and you're not just a professional athlete, you may want to enlist people who can see you outside of yourself so that you can gain measurements. There's a reason why they have weight scales that weigh your water content and your fat content and all these different pieces of you, because it's very important to know what's the makeup of your physical frame. What about of your psychological and personality frame? Does that have anything to do with you talking to clients or making ads or feeling confident about your message? I'd say ding, ding, ding. Anyway, let's do this. You're so generous to your community. I appreciate you, Vanessa. I'm flying to NZ. Okay, good. So you're going to miss it. I mean, not good, but message me. I'm booking second week in September now. So it's only getting worse, guys. You got to wait like six right now. It's about 4 weeks to get to me. But this is the way it works. I will help you get to the next level of your life. I will absolutely be here. Some people who are on payment plans didn't get the result they were looking for. They tack on another payment plan on top, and I will be here to invest in you guys. The universe wants you to be successful. Do you want it just as bad? I've had people tell me that they can't afford a payment plan where I'm deferring payment. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm going to lend you the money indefinitely until you can get your shit together. Let's get your shit together. And the self-sabotage is so strong that they're like, I'm sorry, I can't do that. You deserve to be paid. I'm like, then pay me. But let's get you making money first. Let's get you making love first. Let's get you loving yourself before you even put out an ad. Did you know that communication is like 6% verbal? So when you start like saying things to people, they can see inside of you. Like they're not worried about what you're saying on an ad. They're feeling the same crap that you're feeding yourself. They're just not saying it because nobody's saying it. It's just layers, layers, layers deep. Like the princess and the pea. When she's sleeping and she got all these mattresses and she can feel it because deep down inside there's something not right. And that's basically the world that we live in. So welcome to the front row. Welcome to the show. Are you ready to get better? Are you ready to step into your Iron Man suit? Are you ready to get your superhero outfit numbers on? That's what this whole thing is. I like to feel like I'm like super Nick Fury here, just building my Avengers team. But man, I love you guys so much. It's been such an epic ability to do this. I love it. But yeah, if you're leaving, you're flying during our group session, I'm going to start doing this on a weekly basis, like straight up. Like it's going to be on a weekly basis that I get people piling in on a weekly private webinar, and we do a full-on unload of your numbers, get you lined up, and we have the other part of the conversation. Remember those two pieces, awareness and preparedness. Like you can know what you're dealing with and then deal yourself a new deck. Like this isn't gambling. We're not playing the lottery. We're not trying to chance our way. If you're hoping that the business gods will align to you and send you all the biggest leaders ever, you're kidding yourself. You got to work your face off. You got to do stuff. And this really helps you put you into the right vibration, the right state of mind. It's about raising your vibe. And I'd like to think that some people have all the luck. They got the most perfect birthday, perfect name, and they're like, the son of Zeus. And you're like, oh God. And then there's other of us who've got like some broken tools and some of our stuff got, misplaced and we need to rebuild. There's no problem with that. But anyway, I appreciate you. AI Avengers. Is that a thing? Anyway, just want to let you guys know, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I'm here for another 5 minutes. Let's keep going. Looks like M didn't help us out here. So I think we're going to pass on M. What about Giordi? And then Lisi. Lisi, I know Lisi's here. So I'm going to stay with you on this one. And it looks like my little squad is home, so they may be interrupting us in a few minutes. If they do, then they do, and you get to see some cute kids. If not, then cha-ching. Let's keep going, but I don't want to take too much of your time. A 2-hour go live. Like I'm not yet at the level where I can keep going after 2 hours. Like I gotta stop. So yes, let's do this. Let's make it a thing. Vanessa says. Yeah, absolutely. Man, my like super blessed to be a part of this community. So Lisi's here, Stephanie, Lynn, Christine, Sally, Wastfu, if you guys are here. When I said that, the only person who said that they were still here was Lisi and Stephanie. Yes, here with my son. So we'll do you guys. Lynn, Christine, and Sally, I don't see you guys here anymore. So your real name is Lisa Marie Hutton. Okay, cool. See, this plays a really big goal in your, or thing in your life. You're next. Okay, so let's do this. Oh man, can you feel that anxiety? You can feel it, right? You're like, whoa, what's gonna happen? It's me. I'm so excited. I'm so nervous. Okay, so 2, 2, and 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so let's do this. When you take on Lisi Marie, okay, you are telling the universe that you operate from this vibration. Now, the reality of the situation is that your name, Lisa Marie Hutton, also holds a vibration of value on its own as well. So do you choose one? Like this is what happens all the time, where you got a really solid name and it's like the best name ever and you could use it and it's gonna be powerful, and then you use a dirty name that doesn't mean anything, and then you're sitting there scratching your head and being like, am I missing something? Am I missing something? Did I do something wrong here? Like what the heck? Because I feel like I'm missing something. Like I know I should get my stuff together. I know I should be able to do this thing in business. I know I should be able to, and then we don't. And then, you know, because the name that gets shown to people is like, pass me by, pass me by, pass me by. But the name that you have in your true power says, oh man, this is the opportunity of your lifetime. I'm going to help you. We're going to do stuff. It's going to be great. You can do this. Da, da, da. And there's a really big story waiting to be told. And yet you're telling a cheaper version of your story. It could be the other way, where your cheaper version of your story, your smaller version name is better than the bigger version underneath you, which is its own set of problems. But this is how important a name is, guys. To understand the different nuances between vibrations. This is why I study this stuff. This is why I help people use it. This is why we're one of the most impressive growing teams in all of direct sales. It's completely nuts. I've built a very successful organization helping people navigate through the spiritual meanderings and wanderings through life. Not all who wander are lost, but I like to think that the bigger direction teaches and trains us to be bigger people. Let's keep going. So we got this vibration that you've got running in your birthday. This is a 2-part reading. First part here is your life path 7. So there are pieces of you that are very talkative and that are very comfortable in social situations and that want to see people get to somewhere good and do some cool things for others. And then there's another part of you that says intuitive, quiet, doesn't say anything, doesn't express itself, very observant. And the common denominator between all of these numbers is, oh, someone's cleaning their boat. I need a boat. So when you're looking at the combination between all of these things, oh, and now they're playing outside. Okay, I'm just gonna close my window so that we can get some real stuff started. Oh yeah, that's what's up. Cool. All right, guys. Here's the reality. These numbers, their common denominator is that they give up on themselves a lot. You may not speak up for yourself. You may just talk yourself into someone else's idea. You may just want to make someone else feel good and not ruffle any feathers. You'll be like, oh, that wasn't what I ordered. You know what? It's okay. I like this flavor anyway. No, you don't. You just don't want them to spit your food. And you're like, oh, I can't send it back. And these numbers here are like, it's okay. It's okay. No, don't say anything. Then you hang out with your friend who defends you all the time. And they're like, no, you can't. No. And that will make you feel good because you're like, oh, someone's going to save me. And someone's going to speak up for me. And you got this psychic ability to make people do that. So this could be used against you when you kind of just like get other people to do your talking for you. And my little girl has numbers like this. So she just points at stuff and I'm like, oh, you need this. And she like telepathically communicates it to me. So you may not stand up for yourself, but you could give your service to others who will. if you're smart enough to really, leverage that relationship of intuition, loyalty, partnership, relationship, making people feel good. But the problem is the person who doesn't stand up for themselves is going to attract people who don't stand up for them. You're going to attract people who walk all over them because you walk over yourself as well, or you let people walk all over you. And this is a really big problem. So the fact that you got a bunch of numbers, everybody does. You got a bunch of names, everybody does. There is a volatile, is this going to help me? Can I work through this? Can I have all of my power flowing in the right direction? Oh my God, I need this business to work. I just have to have this wealth and this success happen. You're probably pretty good at listening to people, but not so great at asking for the order. If it's asking for the sale or being like, all right, sign here. All right, let's do this. What's your credit card? Or let's do this. Ready to get started? Like you can be like, why is easy about that? Maybe they'll tell me if they want to get started. And I'm like, okay, that's not how that works. Even though you can try to like, mind Jedi them into like buying into you. The challenge here is that you have some very potent numbers for helping people experience their own energy, but it may not be working towards your advantage. So just so you know, that can be a bit of a pain in the butt. But I would like to think that the name will really help you because, again, potent energy just doesn't stand up for herself. Potent energy doesn't speak up for herself, wants to help other people, and will speak up louder for everyone else than you will for you. Like, come on. And I'll tell you something about Marie. It's the same number as Bobby, by the way. Marie and Bobby are like the same numbers here, okay? So when we see this value of Marie, we see someone who cares about other people, doesn't care about themselves, strict and disciplined for others, but then weak for the self, and independent and blind to itself. This is a negative recipe, a recipe for disaster. It could work. Lisi could balance it out. There could be another alignment in there, but deep down in the core of your being, this is tough. A lot of people have this. This isn't just you, but you don't care or take care of yourself nearly half as well as you do for others. And then you're going to get resentful and, angry that you're not getting your needs met, but you're not meeting your own needs. So what do you expect? And this isn't like an easy fix. That's in your middle name. Well, actually, I guess you use that because you got it on your Facebook. But the reality is that's deep. That's not just something you can just, like it shows up on really weird places like financials and taxes. And, it's not easy to run a number like that, especially when it's Bobby. And I'm like, uh-oh. And it's like, I'm super patient, and then I'm super irritated, and then not patient, and then I'm like, forget it. I'm just going to do it myself. We go from a sharp decline of, I'm here to help you. You can do it. Like my little kid putting her shoes on. You can do it, left over, right, a little sneaky, put the bunny ears, right, tying your laces. And then, all right, it's not that hard. Come on, just loop it and put it through. Like, oh my God, like it's not that hard. And then, all right, we're late. Come on, I got to go. And then she starts crying. I'm like, I don't care. I got to put your shoes on. Let's go in the car. And there's that degradation of like what once was patient is now super irritated and doesn't give a shit. I'm just going to do whatever it needs to do to get things done. But you won't see yourself. You're not going to acknowledge yourself with a name like Maria. It just doesn't see itself. And then when we look at your birthday, I'm like, guilty. You see other people better. And so it can be a very strong wake-up call to make sure your name looks really good. Come join us, the group session. We'll be doing this. And if you have a team and you're like, Bobby, I got a team. I'm going to get you 15, 20, 25, 30 people inside of my organization. Let's line them all up at once. This is where group sessions first were born this year. I turned it into an open free-for-all so that I could communicate with a smaller group or a bigger group on a monthly basis or weekly, whatever it is, that we could absolutely connect together. But the big understanding is that as a leader, you will be very pleased with the results of having 15, 20, 25, 30 entrepreneurs and their ad budgets and their dreams and desires suddenly clicked on. All of them get lined up in alignments. On a free-for-all, that's like the missing benefit. When I do the free-for-all, everybody's in their own small little pocket or corner. But when it comes to a group, and I get a chance to do another group, like Sarah Price keeps getting me to do more. And so there's a value in there for the team. But just so you guys know, okay? Lisi, pleasure to read your numbers. Very good friend, such a good listener. Like you absolutely want to help people get to another place in their life. Could just be a bit difficult to find that level of motivation to do things on your own. I find it so hard backing myself and business. You're awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your help and your time. Yeah, it's hard to back yourself up. But if it's someone else, it'll give you a tip. If you want to be successful in your business, go and build someone else's business. Help find someone who needs your help, and you're going to be like, oh, I'm all there for you. And you will grow with them as opposed to trying to be self-motivated and growing by yourself. I get it. Andrew's here. What's up, bro? Congratulations on the wedding. So happy and grateful that I caught you live. I'm back, baby. I can't wait to connect with you, bro. This is going to be a lot of fun. But yes, I appreciate you, Lisi, for joining us. We're going to close this. We're getting close to the end here. I'm just going to take you guys on the other path of this same chart. So Stephanie's son, okay, he's with you on this. We're going to do this 11/11/2008. I feel like I already did this because this number was like very like strong for me. But let me just do this way. We had a chart just a second ago. Lisi's chart said 2, 2, 3. We added it up and it becomes 7. Okay. Then we have Stephanie's son, and Stephanie, if you can tell me your son's name so I can stop calling him Stephanie's son. But if you can tell me his name, it'd be great. His goes 2, 2, 1. Okay, so you've got the two same numbers as Lisi up front. First 55 years, we're going to see partnership, relationship, connection, learning a lot through relationship, sacrifice of self, does whatever he can for someone else. Absolutely. But then at the moment of 55, where Lisi turns into a 3, which is people-pleasing and super sweetheart, very loving, very pretty, very beautiful, loving energy. Nate's numbers, Nate, my boy, Nate Dogg. If you don't know who Nate Dogg is, regulators. For anybody who didn't laugh at that, it's because you're too young or too old. But Death Row, get into real rap, not this 2000s and stuff. It's probably before your time. But anyway, so Nate, instead of going into the 3 and then totaling onto the 7, we talk about communication issues. This guy's going to tell you exactly what the hell he's thinking and what he's feeling, even if you don't like it. This life path 5 pulls you into the opposite direction. Same numbers, 2, 2, 2, and 2, right? But then it veers off into the third part of your realm and creates a different total vibe in your entire makeup of your numbers. Whereas Lisi went off into the spiritual direction with the total vibe of her path, being like, oh, I wish I could say something. Nate may be sometimes in a situation where he's like, man, I wish I didn't say that. Or, sometimes you get caught saying too much, or I can't stop. And that 5 doesn't want to stop. Nate loves to rap. That's what's up, see? The 5 wants to continuously express his energy. So if you want to ever get into a freestyle battle, bro, I will eat you for breakfast, man. I've been freestyling since back in the day. Ain't no MCs can take nothing from me. I crunch on you little rappers like you was candies. I'm just kidding. But absolutely love it. And you can't rap like, I'm going to get a new bike. That's not rapping, okay? You got to tell a story, and you got to be there as a poet and someone who's like a wordsmith, okay? So just rap like Eminem, rap like the old guys. Don't rap like this new stuff. Anyway, I'ma make a rap song, and it's gonna be dope. That's what I gonna say. So gonna listen to my. I stopped freestyling, and this is what I do. This is my freestyle now. Anyways, yeah, 2008. So what? You're like 12 or like 10? It's a little young for this. So let's just prepare this little guy for life. Okay. So this is a message for mom. Little helmet. That's funny. Okay. So, mom, this is your preparation for your little boy, okay? Keep him rapping. Keep him artistically creating and being very creative, expressing himself. He needs to find a safe and creative outlet, sounds like he has, to inspire his communication. Running, exercise, sweating, right? He's probably young, a little bit, right? 10. So you probably still have a lot of energy. You don't sweat, but there will come a time when you're like, uh-oh, I've expired. and you need to excrete, sweat. It's a thing. Bodies do this. It's called exhausting your energy. Uh, and in case mom's like, he has so much energy. I don't know where he gets it from. I'm glad that you're like, yeah, and you're tuning it into your voice. Don't let, like, at a young age, do not let that thing go, especially if you're that age and you're like, I already found my creative outlet. I'll tell you something. You may be a rambunctious little fiery cracker little type of energy here, but you're also super spiritually deep, like like 11/11 is your birthday. Like, come on. Like every time you see the clock and it's 11/11, you should be like, "What's up, little helmet?" Like 11/11 hashtag. You know, hashtag is actually 11/11, so you know. But the reality is that that's an angel descent. When you're growing through that as a human being, that's tough. That's not easy. That is not easy, especially when you're 10 and you're dealing with this spiritually overwhelming number. It's weird because we go from believing in magic to being told that magic and Santa Claus isn't real and Tooth Fairy and all Easter Bunny and then we come back around in our 30s or 40s or sometimes later and we're like, no, magic is real, law of attraction, man. You got to think and to believe it, and this universe is so crazy, we have no idea. Quantum physics is actually like literally quantifying this information now, that there is something as that spirit molecule or that energetic flow that's unmeasurable, that we can't quite, it's the observer effect. So there's this higher level of frequency. It looks like magic. I'd like to think it's a spiritual universal technology that we're involved in, okay? So yes, I'll call him my earth angel. There is a warrior inside of you. So you will say things for others that cannot say things for themselves. You will speak other people's stories for them and fight their battles for them. Please do not become a spiritual garbage bag. I promise you, it is not a good look. This is a very difficult conversation because of how small you are. But imagine mom were to get some very important, relevant information about your spirituality and your fighter spirit and your needs to say things and your needs to realize. He feels people that have passed on as well. So you're very psychic in that ability, okay, that shows up there. If this is not properly maintained and curated through the very important years of your life, hint, hint, mom, okay, this can lead to a very negative addiction situation that can seek addiction in experience, or addiction in substance, or addiction in, dare I say, money, or even pain. To feel the energies of others. Very fine line you got to ride down, my bro. Like, very fine line. And to think, I'm catching you at 10. Anyone else feel super blessed, wish that they had known this when they were 10 or when they were 20 even? I found out when I was 31. I had 30 years worth of crap to unload myself. You're still tacking crap on. But to know that you got a powerful outlet, you got a psychic ability, don't let anybody ever tell you that magic isn't real. I built my life on magic, okay? So just so you know, I have crystals everywhere. I am a magician. I'm a wizard. I do not mess with this stuff. This is literally my life, okay? I am promising you there is something real that we don't understand. And this is why numerology is so freaking amazing, is because we get a chance to actually put that down on an owner's manual so that you can walk out of a session with one of these and like actually have a book that describes you and it's written with your name and your vibe on it. It's what I do for people. I help them through. But I promise you this, he's a lot older than he looks. He's a lot older than he acts. And there's a very strong divine cord and thread that you will be able to use to gain insight from others. This is feeling, and I'll rapper to rapper, freestyle to freestyle here. I'm going to tell you this, okay? Perk up for this one. You channel spiritual divine energy that can speak faster than you think. When you get good at this, you're 10, okay? When you get good at this, 17, 18, 15, 20, you didn't give up 5 years later, 10,000 hour club, you're going to be able to tell people ideas that you haven't even thought of yet. You can say things and make it poetic and use these words to connect to other words that make people feel like you're thinking and feeling and acting faster than the average. Your life path 5, you're going to second guess yourself. You're going to fight yourself a little bit. Do not fight yourself. Do not. The world is going to fight you. You're still protected. You're 10, my young man, but you are a warrior and an angel and a leader. That is not a healthy mix. That's a recipe for a fight. And when you pick it up, the world will feel your power. So I hope that you invest in a career of artistry as opposed to one of fighting yourself or fighting for freedom. Get this kid a backyard. Get him into the open air. Get you moving. If you can move and keep your energy flowing, oh man, is that like what the doctor ordered or what? If you're feeling anxious and your anxiety and they're like, oh, he's got the ADD, and you're like, I don't know what that means, but I can't stop moving. It's because the world isn't fast enough for you. The world is not fast enough for you. So I'm super blessed that I get a chance to talk to a 10-year-old. Yeah, let's put it that way. Angelique's saying he's a star seed. I like to think we're all kind of star seeds. You know, like we come from another planet. We come from another part of the cosmos. Astrology. What's your sign? What constellation was facing the Earth when you descended? But yes, it's more popular to call kids star children, star seeds, crystal children, rainbow kids. There's all kinds of cool little generational understandings for what the vibration is putting in. But I'll tell you this, we didn't have iPads. We had Game Boy. Okay, we had Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis, Sony PlayStation. So we had an archaic version of technology that now is like instant, on demand. I want to push it. If it takes more than 30 seconds, something's wrong. And I don't blame you for being that way. I'm not going to be like, oh, shame this younger generation. I'm going to say things like, we need to get faster. These kids are going to grow up with or without us. And if we don't want to come obsolete, we need to be able to speak the language. We need to be able to adapt. We need to be able to get with it. Okay, so I'm just letting you know that you're going to be moving a little bit faster in life than you'd probably like to at sometimes. Slow your ass down. Sorry, Mom. Slow your bum down and really just enjoy the experience of being 10. Because when you're 20, and stuff starts to get real, and you're 30, and it got even realer, these 11s are putting you through a difficult relationship path. So in case you get in trouble a lot, or you are misbehaved, and you don't fit in the way that people want you to fit, it's because you're 5. You're not supposed to fit. You're supposed to be chaotic. And then the other side, you're supposed to do something with it. 11 is these giant angel wings, and the life path 5 is like sword, shield, war paint. What's up? Let's do this. And then you grow into a leader, which says, I'm going to find my own independence now. So imagine this. You fight for everyone else your whole life, and then you go to fight for yourself. And the second part of your life shows up. So I wish you so much success, my young man. Love to be able to do your numbers for you properly. This is a really wonderful experience for as a parent. I have a 7-year-old, I have a 4-year-old, I got a 3-year-old, soon to be 3, 4 kids, and they're all young. So, and listen, he's too quiet at school, nearly too well behaved. That's causing him some levels of anxiety. Hey, Mama. My mom's here. Say hi. No more swearing. I'm sorry, Mom. You said you weren't on Facebook anymore. I'm just kidding. I don't swear on my Go Lives. Are you kidding? I didn't just swear at a 10-year-old. What? Anyways, thank you to my mama. We just got married a couple of days ago, me and my wife, and my mom just curated the whole thing. It was amazing. I appreciate you and I love you so much for making my special day so much more special. It wouldn't have meant anything the way that it meant, what it did, because of the work that you put into it. My mom is one of those people who just puts in and absolutely, without ever expecting praise or return or acknowledgement. But man, I just absolutely love you so much, my mama. So then everyone's like, oh my God, my son's life path number is 5. Yeah, like there's an anxiety energy in there. The 11s in your chart, you're probably absorbing other people's energy. And to be fair, your list of names that you're using also put on top of all of this a set of conditions or personality traits or character or whatever it is that also show up. So is it too early to change your name? Sometimes people, what is it, Nate Pritchard? Tell me what I'm going to do as a gift. This is it. I'm signing off. It's been 2 hours and 20 minutes, guys. I got to go. I will be back. I will be back later on today. Weird. Okay, it's 7:45 now. I will be back later on today with my loving wife. We're going to be doing wedding advice as given by my loving audience. So you guys vote on my post if you want to get yours in there. We're going to read these comments and talk about this. It's going to be fun. I appreciate you guys. Okay, so Nate, Stefan, George, Zillion. That's a lot of names, Mama. Okay, so but what do we got? So Nate, Zillion. Is that how we show? Man, I'd like to make $1 zillion. Let's do this. I'm just gonna because at school, right? Nate Zillion. Like, is that's how we do it, Mama? I'm gonna give you guys a gift for hanging on with me for 2 hours, like straight up. Like, what are you doing on a Sunday? I'm raising my vibration, baby. So let me know, what does he go by at school, and let's see if we can find him a name. And I'm gonna give you guys an insight on what it looks like to align. And Mom, keep an eye open to see him light up when the right name shows up. Okay, so Nate Zillion. Let's just take a look at this. And that's 1L. Okay, so it's gonna be really quiet at school. There's a feeling in here that's super observant and very absorbing of people's energy, and you're like not gonna want to say anything, but you're also gonna be super fun. Okay, there's gonna be an artist vibration, but man, it's like a loaded spring, just sitting there. Nobody knows the tension it's holding, but man, drop a beat and be like, and then suddenly he just wakes up and wants to express himself. When it comes in terms of fun, enjoyment, I gotta get the hell out of here. This is not gonna help you in school, okay? So in case you're like, oh my God, everybody's mad at me at school because I don't know what the hell I'm doing and I need to get my shit together, my stuff together. Sorry, Nate Zillion, okay? So if you're like, how do I get through high school? Because I'm gonna fail stuff, because I don't like school and I don't want to participate. I'd rather be outside beatboxing by the back sides of the school, up to no cool fool, all this stuff. Like, I get it, and especially when you're this creative little energy packet, and then next thing you know, you got to sit there and just be like, I'm a happy hamster. I'm a happy hamster. I'm like, like, oh, this is tough. Because as a parent, I know you need school, some basic stuff. But at the same time, it's like they're training us how to be happy in a cage. Deadline this, get the good grades, get the raise, spend 40 years all day, morning to night, break for lunch, graduate, get promoted, go to a bigger school. Oh my God, like this is like training for sheepies, like sheeples, all right? And it's tough because a lot of people make really good money being a good hamster. And I was a really bad hamster. So just in case you're like, I don't want to be no hamster, bro. I'm a little helmet man. So let's take a look at writing your name in a way that is going to promote value inside of your being. So first one we got, this is more of a value for you going through high school and going through elementary school and grade school. Okay, by the time you get a little bit older and possibly more ambitious, this name may not stay with you. Nate S. Zillion. Nate S. Zillion. Okay, that's one of them. Let's just try G. No, how about just G on its own? No. So this is the only one that's actually like works. S, but it also needs a little bit of help. So let's try Stefan. Nope, don't do that. How about Stefan G? Nope, don't do that. How about this is George, right? Where is it? I'm gonna find it. Oh yeah, Nate, Stefan, George. Let's go, Nate, George. Nate George Zillion. Nate George Zillion. Mom, see if he's perking up and be like, I like that one. This is a balance between your fiery side and your communicative, long-term loving side. This is probably the best one you could use that will not take your edge away from you and that will not mess you up. Right now, Nate Zillion will mess you up. I promise you, this thing will have so much energy going on inside and it doesn't say anything. Unless you start speaking in terms of fun or toys or enjoying energy or having a fun time, if it's about getting work done and staying logical and staying calm, you lost them. But if it's a vibration around Nate George Zillion, I'm going to try Stefan. Let's just, or is it Steven? I'm not sure how you say it. Don't do that. That's tough. Master artist, very loving guy, will give for others, but doesn't give to himself. That's like a big challenge that a lot of people go through. Just saying, you may want to take a look at that. But this is my gift for you, Nate George Zillion. There is another one, just in case you're like, how bad can a big number get? Okay, Nate C or Nate L Zillion, and your teachers may look at you being like, "What?" So that may be a little difficult to pass on, just in case you're kind of trying to think of how to keep this thing going. But if you want, like something that is numerologically aligned and will help you, Nate George Zillion will absolutely give you the vibration of around it. Let's see here. Just curious if B works. How's that? Nate B? No, it's short one. If you went BS or SB, then you're kicking. So in case it's like Nate, I probably wouldn't go to school with Nate BS Zillion. Just saying, might be a little bit iffy with the teachers. But just so you know, these names are powerful. They move you into direction. So you can take it on for a spin here, okay? Pretend. We're going shopping for mics. Okay, you're gonna get your very first microphone, like straight up high quality. It's gonna be a Shure or something big or something cool. So you're going shopping for mics. First one we get a chance to see, Nate George Zillion. You're like, all right, check it on, test it out, put it in a rap, say it to yourself 5 times, and then speak and say something and see if it lights you up and turns you on. Another one, the one slightly, actually a lot more boring. If you wanted to stay quiet, but now wanted to stay quiet and pay attention and get your homework done, Nate S. Zillion. I promise you something, bro. If you can give me what are you, 10? You graduated at 17. If you could give mom and yourself Nate S. Zillion for that's nice and small, it's nice and short. It takes your punch away, it takes your blades away, and it gives you a solid set of logic, understanding, awareness. Nate S. Zillion. Nate S. Zillion. And it keeps your butt in the chair without getting too anxious and nervous. You may become a little bit more irritable, but you also get the job done. And this is a wonderful looking number, will not last your adult life, but will get you through school. Like we'll see a really solid change. Like Nate S. Zillion is I get my homework done on time, I'm listening. Right now you're not, and not between me, but when the teacher's talking, you're just sitting there and you're rapping in your head. And then she's like, Nate, and you're sitting there hearing her. She's like, Nate. And they're daydreaming about your big debut. And then you wake up and you're still in class. And then she's like, Nate. And you're like, ah! And then you have to wake up back to your reality. Very daydreaming. But Nate S. Zillion is I know the answer to that. It's 2 + 2. And you're going to absolutely start to kill it in school. This is the dream for making sure you don't get bullied on, making sure you don't get late, making write it on your lunch kit. And Nate S. Zillion, right? That's your name. So there is it's if we're picking out mics, this is a function. Okay, this is not about you on stage. This is about you in your own creative space, being very patient with your craft, writing things down, and then speaking it into a mic where you can actually record it properly. This is a tool. This is not your that's not this number. That's Nate George Zillion. So if you're I want the best of both worlds, Nate George Zillion. But if you would like to move into a more of a vibration that says, I'm going to pay attention in school, I don't want to be, getting in trouble, and I want to be able to respond and be present, be aware. It's tough being 10. Everything starts to become real, and you're like, oh man, I got to go through puberty. That's tough. So just in case you're experiencing that, much love to you, my bro. Can't wait to see what you do in 10 years. But fix your alignment, because right now it's a negative awkwardness that gets stuck in itself, and you can't seem to focus. It's anytime authority wants to tell you what to do, you're like, it's my cue to just not interact and disobey. Of course, Stephanie's going to be like, Nate S. Zillion sounds perfect for now. It really does. It really does. But you have to take that name with a great power of responsibility, my young man. The reality is that that is not your fun in the sun, let's get it moving name. It's like, I got stuff to do. If I get my stuff done now, I will be able to, it's just like working on your technique and your form, okay? So, guys, I got to run. I got to go. It was a pleasure, an absolute blessing to come back out to you guys. Just to recap, we're doing a group session on the 31st or the 1st, depending on where you're at in the world. Would love to see you there. Okay, this would be an absolute great opportunity to get your names aligned. We're going to give you owner's manuals. You get a bonus owner's manual to think. Imagine, Mom, can you imagine this kid getting his own owner's manual that you could read and understand his nature in such a deep level? Like, this is an unbelievable read. It is, and it includes calendars. So you would get one, kid would get one. Both you guys, we would look into your numbers, your business page, your first profile, like everything you need to. We spend 3 hours, guys, rocking it together. And it's a wonderful experience. And everybody gets a chance to learn, grow, and heal. For those, yeah, see, like Mom's saying, I don't want him to change, though. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, you use this for a little bit, and then you get back on track. Right now, it's tough because you got to go to school, and you have to listen. You got to do your homework and this. And you're like, stop it. And that feeling is like, Because right now it's about obedience, and you have to be obedient. And you're like, but I'm not. I don't want to. And that's causing me trouble. So maybe I might want to pick something that's a little bit easier. This one will keep you out of trouble. And then go and get into some trouble when you're older. By that time, you won't even want to be in trouble. But right now is the most formative time of his life. Go easy on him, keep him running. Anyway, we will have a group session happening at the end of the month. Be there or be square. We'll do it again next month. We will do it again the month after that. Are you going to be like Queenie and come and see me in a year and still not have it done yet? What are you waiting for? Message me. Let me know. Dude, we need to sit down. And I will absolutely book you in. Let's just do it. Absolutely. It's been an absolute honor and a blessing and a pleasure. He has a YouTube channel. Boom. Drop the link in the comments. I'm going to check him out. I've got a YouTube channel as well. What I'll do is I'll put mine in there before you do. And let's see this, tinyurl.com/Bobby F. Parihar. Or if you want to find it an easier way, it's just youtube.com. You can search Bobby F. Parihar. You'll find me. And yeah, stay tuned. I got all my content there. Go lives, group sessions from the past, team meetings, really cool testimonials from people who have shared their story with me afterwards. If you guys are not in the private group, get in there. The description has in this post has a numerology alumni link. Apply for your access. There's a lot of people trying to get in, but they haven't had their session yet. They're not getting in until they have their experience. It's an exclusive place for you to grow with more people that are also aligned, and it's a blessing and an honor to be here for you through it all. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys so much. I am married now. You guys are going to see a brand new Bobby. You guys are going to see me in a little while. I'm going to bring my lovely wife on board, and we're going to read some marriage advice. It's going to be so super cool. I appreciate all of you guys for being here. Watch it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Sunday, what else are you doing? Building your dreams, building your life. Hopefully something you heard today inspired you and helped you get to the next level. Don't be a spiritual garbage bag, guys. Choose to be a window to which energy passes through instead of a bag which collects spiritual energy for no good reason other than helping someone else. You destroy yourself in the process. Doesn't make sense to me. I'm out. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for coming. All the well wishes. Congratulations on the big wedding day, all that stuff. We really appreciate all of your support. It's been an amazing, fantastic ride so far. But I'll tell you something. Your real adventure is about to begin. This is a solution artist, Bobby F. Parihar, closing out for you guys. Come and see me on every single digital media, social media channel that ever existed. I don't even care. It's like Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, App Store, YouTube, Facebook. Heck, I'm even on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. I'm getting everywhere, guys. I'm on Vimeo now. You find it, I will be there. If I'm not there and you need me to be there, I will be. But let's put you in the most important place. Let's put myself and my information in the most important place in your soul and your life, which is inside of a private conversation or inside of a group setting. You guys can reach me at my website, bobbyfparihar.xyz. And I realize that the more I get done in my life, the the longer my shout outs become, because it's like it takes me 5 minutes just to tell you where to find me. The most easiest place to connect with me. If you want to get your free reading, you want to get your go live, you have to subscribe, follow, put me on notifications. When I go live and you got an hour or two to just wonder about what you're going to do with your life, put your birthday in. As soon as I fill out the page, we're on. And look at that. A bunch of people didn't even show up. So I appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate you so much here, guys. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. All right? Cool. Let's have a great night and enjoy. We'll see you guys soon. Bye.